Diamond, oil, timber, bauxite, national subanquanity, or my team. I was on my active and we get fair profits and feared Pianunia dream. Now, so my Netia Necro. As soon as the Pretro painting so now painting so at Pratus Messes. Subanquan, yeah, 2 fools. I saw for the crap, yeah, 2 fools. I'm Rasha beginning to cry, yeah, 2 fools. This to be crap, yeah, 2 fools. I saw my man, yeah, 2 fools. I'm on your poor, yeah, 2 fools. I sent your knees, yeah, 2 fools. I hear me be crashing, yeah, 2 fools. Police needs, yeah, 2 fools. Soldier needs, yeah, 2 fools. Lawyer needs, yeah, 2 fools. Doctor needs, yeah, 2 fools. Nurse needs, yeah, 2 fools. As I'm no prayer to serve it. Super funny, I say, oh man. Maka. Teacher needs, yeah, 2 fools. I suffer beans, yeah, 2 fools. Marlon needs, yeah, 2 fools. Driver needs, yeah, 2 fools. Regretting needs, yeah, 2 fools. Fire service needs, yeah, 2 fools. Custom needs, yeah, 2 fools.
So you MPP ni mapa. Now we to say MPP 4 and now say MPP ni any NDC ni ekwa. Wa MPP ni no na yambu NDC ni no. We are giving the EC 1 week. 1 week. 1 week, 7 days. The EC must come and declare our candidate as the winner of the Governmental election. If the NDC led by Mahama Yariga will not be reasonable, no matter as you say, Ablekumanov, based on all the evidence available, the winner, no more margin somebody to trust them, they will continue. They are not going to allow the EC to collect. Asundia dia sunjamu nyebi wa parliament. The IGP I am against Obey Shahai. Na nkrofwe akofwe di nkwasiasam etitwa samwa. We will continue to demonstrate. So you MPP ni mapa. Now we to say MPP 4 and now say MPP ni any NDC ni ekwa. Wa MPP ni no na yambu NDC ni no. We are giving the EC 1 week. 1 week. 1 week, 7 days. The EC must come and declare our candidate as the winner of the Governmental election. If the NDC led by Mahama Yariga will not be reasonable, no matter as you say, Ablekumanov, based on all the evidence available, the winner, no more margin somebody to trust them, they will continue. They are not going to allow the EC to collect. Asundia dia sunjamu nyebi wa parliament. The IGP I am against Obey Shahai. Na nkrofwe akofwe di nkwasiasam etitwa samwa. We will continue to demonstrate.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members. Mr. Speaker, honorable members.
First question is, at any point when the situation deteriorated, did you call for order? That's the part A. And, okay, first, that's the first question.
Yes,
I did. You can hear me shouting, order, let there be order, honorable members, let there be order, let there be order. So I was trying to restore order when word was said in tree, as a moon tree cables, I'm not good at tree. So immediately that has been said, they started pulling the cables and my microphone was disconnected, and no matter how I shout, nobody can hear me.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. My first question is, at any point when the situation deteriorated, did you call for order? That's the part A. And
in this House, and the distinguished minority leader is already spoken to it. Mr. Speaker, if he ever was to get the approval of this House, and the if is with emphasis, if he was to get approval of this House, I did pose a question to him about artificial intelligence, and it would be great if he developed the area of artificial intelligence, particularly as we have this war between the United States and the Republic of China. I believe that Ghana should also leverage our knowledge in the artificial intelligence space. But Mr. Speaker, again, with him, as my younger brother and somebody I know quite well, I will first of all advise him that, Mr. Speaker, I respectfully advise him that he should take a cue from the minority leader. Mr. Speaker, when you err, you apologize. When you are unfair to people, you apologize. Mr. Speaker, strong men apologize. Strong women apologize. Wise men apologize. Mr. Speaker, apology is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. And so when you are wrong, when you are unfair to people, you apologize. And Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Sam George, Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Sam George, I'm not too sure that anybody can take away some of his strengths. Articulate, eloquent, exhibit some knowledge in some areas and others. But I think he should also watch his temperament. So, Speaker, there is a perception that he is needlessly aggressive, controversial, combatant, and if I may say, arrogant. Mr. Speaker, and we saw a bit of it at the vetting. And Mr. Speaker, I said it with all objectivity. I'm not taking a swipe at him. When I had the privilege of being nominated as a minister, Mr. Speaker, I had the rare privilege of being nominated at the age of 37. And I took a lot of advice from senior colleagues in this House. I took a lot of advice from statesmen in the country. And even all through my career as a minister, I sought a lot of guidance and wisdom. And Mr. Speaker, in all humility and modesty, I will say that is how I survived the 4 years as minister. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, whatever happens to my brother today, I think he should walk into the Ministry of Communication and Digitalization. Some of his senior colleagues who have had the experience of ministerialship will give him the same advice. He should go there and be calm. He should listen more than he talks. He should not exhibit, exuberance and be dismissive. Just because, and when you err, either to your chief director or civil servants or junior officers, just as the minority leader quite graciously and wisely did, you just say, I'm sorry. Nothing. There's nothing that takes that. Now, it doesn't take anything away from you. My brother and friend, the Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, in this House, and the distinguished minority leader is already spoken to it. Mr. Speaker, if he ever was to get the approval of this House, and the if is with emphasis, if he was to get approval of this House, I did pose a question to him about artificial intelligence, and it would be great if he developed the area of artificial intelligence, particularly as we have this war between the United States and the Republic of China. I believe that Ghana should also leverage our knowledge in the artificial intelligence space. But Mr. Speaker, again, with him, as my younger brother and somebody I know quite well, I will first of all advise him that, Mr. Speaker, I respectfully advise him that he should take a cue from the minority leader. Mr. Speaker, when you err, you apologize. When you are unfair to people...
About something that is happening at ECG, where I was a board chairman.
Yes.
The acting MD that we put there, David Asamoah, I'm told reliably that he's now telling the new government he's an NDC, so they should maintain him. I laughed my head off. I said, hey, Yasipani.
Is that so?
This is a man who was all over the place, chasing us here and there for him to be made an acting MD. And then there's another guy called Moses Oakley.
You picked up this information?
Yeah, reliably informed. And there's another guy, Moses Oakley. He was the acting director of finance. The board took a decision. Somebody was first in an interview. The person got his director of finance appointment, and he and the acting MD have teamed up to say that the minister has told them not to release the gentleman's appointment letter, as if it was a recruitment. And this Moses Oakley is also going around claiming that he's an NDC. When the same person was in my office saying that he was once upon a time an MPP parliamentary aspirant. And so this kind of when government changes, you see the true colors of people. And I heard it. I said, really? Anyway,
what do you have to say to them?
Well, if they cannot be, I don't know whether political hypocrisy is the right phrase, but I'm surprised at them. It tells you how people's greed and people's double standard can lead them into acting in a way to undermine the very principles they claim to believe in. Remember what Shakespeare said in Macbeth, when Macbeth murdered Duncan, and he expressed regrets for doing that. And at the tail end, Macbeth said, I have no spare to break the size of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which overleaps itself and falls on the other. So, if I look at what is the drama at ECG that Moses Oakley today says is NDC, and he's denying somebody here and there as somebody who has earned his rank as director of finance. They are using politics to deny somebody who has earned his rank. And they are now going to the houses and the homes of NDC big men that, they are NDC, so they should be maintained about something.
Yo, Madam Wase. Nananum opinion for Branamo and Namoafon na Michiamo. Send your kind and pay mu here, Hannah, you crown a bonnet. Emrea, your papa, Professor John Evans at Tamils, Abrana or pray on Mampeni Edibia, a year 2008 campaigner, ye. Onante afarifu nyina so efri aflawo ekopem axim ena obuso omo haw na saa anamontuo num ene enkomodie num ena adwen ba se ewo se yesi school a eye afarifo school a ebe kire afare adwuma na waye brofo kasamade a wo friend research a efa afare adwuma no. Enti sam reading na ena yede to ya manifesto mu se nyame ya adom na NDC din kunim abato a ne beto no 2008 no yebesi sa schooli asi anomabo ha a eye bora anamwa asase so. Enti ampanso nyame eye adom a prof ede osie ye oyo nti prof abreso and started say yeah bro focus on my friend the design of sa college na a bedroom abreso na ye bibia a eche say yenya contractor ni bibia ni ehya se EAC nti eduru 2016 na niamohu no hai bibia na eduru no na eyarehɔ sɛ emfie wɔtweni na saa japadeɛ a Ghana for ɛtoɔ akom yegya esi hɔ sei generators na esi hɔ block bia wɔ na ne generator or borehole air condition bibia ɛwɔ dan no mu aka kakra ne ewie phase 1 ansa ne atoa phase 2 no so nti abra ye campaign me kan we ye baako pɛ example of abandoned projects e wo Ghana ha wokɔ Ghana nyinaa saa I just say projects a yɛde yɛtoɔ ɛde ayɛ a ban foforɔ ba ayɛ sɛ o yɛtoa so a animuonyam no ɛnyɛ yɛde a ɛbɛba party foforɔ ɛhɔ nti yɛntoa so yɛyɛ saa na brɔfo kasam yɛsɛ we are cutting our nose to spite our face nti ne yɛhyɛ bɔ sɛ nyame adom a project biara Ghana for toɔ akom a ɛyɛ NDC na hyɛ ase ana MPP na hyɛ ase yɛn aban no yɛbɛpɛ sika ne atoa so nti we deɛ bebi eduri ɛnya adeɛ yɛ den akasi yɛ den nkonwa ne additional table ne ade ebesisim na yɛnya ampa ama students no atenam na nea teacher for de bɛkyerɛ ɔmo adeɛ ne ade yɛde bɛgum na yɛyɛ akwan a ɛwɔ campus a na ɛkyerɛ sɛ yɛbia ano na nkwadaa n'aba na ɔmo start esua adeɛ nti maka kyerɛ fisheries minister nyame nkyɛ adeɛ election year bia yɛnyɛ budget yɛtwɛn ma election ni wie ansa na aban foforɔ aba no na bɛyɛ budget no nti afi budget a yɛbɛ use no March ɛna finance minister de bɛkɔ parliament nti enka echi nti maka kyerɛ fisheries minister so onka no ho no nto anamo na ɔne finance minister entena se nientwe sika yɛde bɛtɔ adwuma yi so na yɛwie ne bia no na ɛkyerɛ sɛ phase 1 deɛ yɛwie afei na yɛhwehwɛ sika yɛbɛhwɛ phase 2 na ɛka ho no na Professor Mills ne vision na ɔwɔ ɛne sɛ saa campus yi ɛbɛwɔ ɛyi ɛbɛyɛ
but more importantly you raise the issue of student allowances. It will continue subsequent to the education forum, for which I have the pleasure to invite you to come. We'll take some major decisions based on the recommendations, but off-head, there is no way you should be feeding a student at the tertiary level off-head. So we have to work out a transition from the allowance into an enhanced student loan for them to feed themselves. But in the interim, they will still get the allowances. Then just the next very few months going forward, subject to the recommendations of the committee. But I cannot conceive of a student in a higher education institution being fed. We can narrow feeding to basic and to free senior high school, but at the tertiary level, so they will still get enhanced student loans to be able to feed themselves. But in the interim, we will continue with the feeding and then phase out the allowance process, subject to the recommendations of the education forum. But more importantly, you raise the issue of student allowances. It will continue subsequent to the education forum, for which I have the pleasure to invite you to come. We'll take some major decisions based on the recommendations, but off-head, there is no way you should be feeding a student at the tertiary level off-head. So we have to work out a transition from the allowance into an enhanced student loan for them to feed themselves. But in the interim, they will still get the allowances. Then just the next very few months going forward, subject to the recommendations of the committee. But I cannot conceive of a student in a higher education institution being fed. We can narrow feeding to basic and to free senior high school, but at the tertiary level, so they will still get enhanced student loans to be able to feed themselves. But in the interim, we will continue with the feeding and then phase out the allowance process, subject to the recommendations of the education forum. Importantly,
of the aggregation. So they are still in consultation. Whatever it is, we'll update the media.
Do you have any timelines for your plan to fix all street lights, as you mentioned?
Oh yes, in fact, within 50 days in office, all these things should be fixed.
Within
50 days in office.
All the street lights?
Yes, not even all, but we'll make sure that majority, at least 70% of it, should be fixed.
I mean, the issue about street hawkers has come to your attention, where the street hawkers now are taking major part of the roads, contributing to traffic on the street. Are we going to see the radical driving away of street hawkers as we've seen under previous ministers?
Yes, in fact, I said it earlier that we are going to enforce the law. So we are going to use the task force of the MMDAs and the security services to do that.
Will you sustain this?
Oh,
We've
yes.
seen in previous occasions they do it once, twice, and they come back.
We'll sustain it, my dear. We'll sustain it.
Honorable, Accra is the most polluted city.
The question is about floods issues every year in Accra. How are you going to address that?
Thank you so much. The last time I granted an interview, I said there's an ongoing project we started in 2019 called GARID. This project is to work on the drainage around the Odo Basin. So I'm trusting that when we liaise with the stakeholders involved to fast track this project, I believe it will resolve the issue of flooding. Again, like I said, the inappropriate practices, and that one is the assembly, the DCs are supposed to ensure, because before someone can build, I mean, the person will come for permit. Why do you give permits without even giving guidelines to that person? So we are going to ensure that before they even give the permit, let's see where the person bought the land, whether it's convenient or it's not convenient for the person to build. So these are some of the things we are going to check. And like I said, I'm going to work together with the MMDAs to make sure that all these things are resolved. If we are able to do this, my dear, trust me, flooding issues within the Greater Accra, even Ghana as a whole, will reduce.
Which means the Odo is top of your agenda to get it done.
Yes, it's
any timeline?
Oh, not really. In fact, I just assumed office, so I have to work things out before I can give a timeline. So as it stands now, I'm sorry, I don't have any timeline.
But we should be rest assured that in the next raining season, we shouldn't expect what we have seen over the period.
Definitely. I can assure you.
Thank you.
How are you going to ensure that pollution is reducing?
That is what I said. I said we are going to meet the service providers. Are you getting it? Meet the service provider and have a comprehensive rollout plan to see how best we can resolve this issue.
There's a call from these people suggesting that you actually give them the mandate to prosecute offenders. This conversation I had with some of them. Is the regional office actually going to look into that to give some bylaws to private entities?
Of the aggregation. So they are still in consultation. Whatever it is, we'll update the media.
Do you have any timelines for your plan to fix all street lights, as you mentioned?
Oh yes, in fact, within 50 days in office, all these things should be fixed.
Within
50 days in office.
All the street lights?
Yes, not even all, but we'll make sure that majority, at least 70% of it, should be fixed.
I mean, the issue about street hawkers has come to your attention, where the street hawkers now are taking major part of the roads, contributing to traffic on the street. Are we going to see the radical driving away of street hawkers as we've seen under previous ministers?
Yes, in fact, I said it earlier that we are going to enforce the law. So we are going to use the task force of the MMDAs and the security services to do that.
Will you sustain this?
Oh,
We've
yes.
seen in previous occasions they do it once, twice, and they come back.
Oh,
Abang, Mohammed. Stable. Abang, Mohammed.
Wait, stable.
This Akwesidai being the first for the year is also the first after the momentous inauguration ceremony that was held at the Black Star Square. We must be proud as a nation of the acclaim that we have received, and we must work arduously to defend the peace and progress of our nation. Our democracy might not be perfect, but I believe that in the last 32 years, we have proved to the world that we're willing to work to create a perfect democracy for our country. Your Royal Majesty, our nation, Ghana, is facing a dire economic crisis. While this is not the first time that we have been in such a crisis, this particular crisis, characterized by a high rate of inflation, macroeconomic instability, a depreciating currency, and above all, a debt default which has shut us out of the international credit market is a more daunting challenge than we have ever experienced in our history. As president, between 2013 and 2017, we faced macroeconomic instability. And I remember that at the time, some of the times we had obstacles in our way of bringing stability to our economy and restoring economic growth. I had the privilege of calling on you to use your influence and diplomacy to smoothen the path so that it could open up the path towards prosperity and progress. And at the time, anytime I called on you, you did not hesitate. And I wish to thank you for the cooperation that I enjoyed with you at that time, and to
holding the education forum that the NDC promised when they were in opposition. That was one of the promises that brought them to power. Prof, thank you very much for your time, and good morning to you.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
I hope you're well.
Oh, by God's grace. We are fine.
Congratulations to you on the appointment to this position. But I'm wondering why Prof accepted when you were called and asked to do this. What motivated your decision to say, this is what I want to do, and I'll take it on?
Oh, thank you very much, and greetings to our audience. I think basically the motivation is service to Ghana, and the fact that education plays a critical role in our development. If we do not get it right, no investment in other economies can help our nation to develop. And so to get the opportunity of contributing to that agenda of providing improved quality education for young ones, to ensure that our educational system works well, to support the other sectors of the economy, I think it's a great service that one should be proud of, and that's my motivation.
And first, let me understand from the job you've given, what's your understanding of how far you can go in terms of touching Ghana's education sector? Is everything on the table?
Your question, is everything on the table? That's a very big question, but if I get you right, we've been with our educational system for some time, specifically between 2017 to 2024. We've experienced how the system has gone, especially the free SHS program. We are all privy to the challenges associated with the implementation. We are concerned that basic education wasn't given much priority. And all these things go to affect what happens at the higher level, at the tertiary level. And so your question as to all things on table, yes, in terms of ideas, teams, they are already there, and we are also, as a committee, going to get views from other experts and regions, all stakeholders, including political parties, so that we will come out with a collective implementation strategy that will be owned by the nation. So these are the things. The other side of it, maybe we'll be talking about logistics and all those, and these are part of the planning, and the Ministry of Education has assured us, the committee, all this. So if I get you right, then I'll say that things are on the table.
Because there's always a suggestion that this may be about the review of the free senior high school. You're saying
Not only that, you're going from basic to tertiary.
Yes. All types and all forms of education. You see, there's one thing we tend to forget, most of us, that education operates in a chain. So if you are addressing one part of the chain without considering the other links of the chain, you do not do the nation any good. And that's why we are adopting a holistic approach to the review.
Is that missing link of addressing all sides? Is that what you see as the biggest problem with the free senior high school implementation? That we're not looking at basic education, looking at the impact on tertiary education. They limited themselves to only the senior high school parts?
Yeah. Prior to election, as chairman of the education committee, we did a lot of engagement with parents, students, other stakeholders. And the general concern that came up was that there was neglect for the basic school. And my brother, you know that anyone who has invested in putting up a building, if care is not given to the foundation of the building, no matter how beautiful the substructure will appear, it cannot last. You need a strong foundation, which in the context of education is basic education. If you get it right, then you can leverage on ensuring quality at secondary, ensuring quality at tertiary. And so if you neglect basic and concentrate on the middle, you are doing great harm to the younger ones. So that's a great missing link. But that's only an aspect of it. We're talking about access, we're talking about quality, we're talking about equity. And these are things that the forum will be looking at. How do we ensure that particularly people in disadvantaged context, people in rural context, people the poor in the society benefit from not only access to secondary school, but also would enjoy quality and equity in terms of delivery. So these are things that collectively the forum will be looking at.
Quite interesting. But like you said, you chaired that committee that put together perhaps the education parts of the manifesto. You made commitments there. What happens when what is proposed at the forum clashes with the commitments you made to the people in the manifesto?
One thing that has not helped our nation in terms of policy implementation is that we fail to draw a line between pre-election manifestos and implementation of such manifestos. After election, whatever proposals in manifesto becomes a national agenda, and implementation of such proposals needs to be tackled by the nation so it gains a national ownership. This was what was missing in the 2017 free SHS implementation. It was like, this is what we promised, whether we plan or not, whether there are resources or not, let's push it through. And that is what has brought us the challenges we are now facing. The government doesn't want to make that mistake. And that is why the forum is very important. We bring in people from all geographical context, economic context. Let's look at the issue. This is what we said we'll be doing. This is the real situation in which we find ourselves. Within this context, what do you think can be done so that we do not compromise quality, we do not compromise equity in the provision of education in the country. At the end of the day, if as a nation we decide that this is where we are going, fair enough. And so nobody turns around to blame any individual when things do not. So we have collective ownership that, for me, brings about motivation to support whatever decision, implementation strategy we adopt as a nation, so far as education is concerned. Education is not just a matter for government, it's a matter for society. And everybody's voice matters. And this is what the National Forum seeks to do.
And that question was from, I'm sure you've monitored what the education minister said and the responses that is gotten. He says, whatever decision is made will be made on teacher training allowance will be made at the forum, and he'll be subject to it. But he shared his own personal opinion, and that is the one that has taken over the news. People are suggesting there will be cancellation of teacher training allowances, among others, when he says that it is subject to a decision at the forum. Will teacher training allowance be on the table?
Thank you, my brother. One of the things that came out after engaging with teacher trainees themselves, the Teachers Training Association of Ghana, TTAG, and all those things, one thing that came out strongly is that there should be conscious efforts to make the tertiary status of colleges of education a reality. Okay. So from now going, teacher training allowance, as the minister said, will be paid alongside enhanced loan scheme for students, teacher trainees to have the option, those who want to work, all those things. But as we move forward and as the forum will look at, if colleges of education, some of which are becoming chartered institutions, there are plans to charter some of them to operate as individual autonomous tertiary institutions. If they are going to enjoy all benefits associated with tertiary institutions, if they are going to operate all packages described for tertiary institutions, then the big question that the forum needs to look at is there justification to continue paying teacher training allowances when other tertiary institutions, chartered tertiary institutions, students of other institutions are not taking teacher training allowances, although they also train teachers? So these are things that will require stakeholder engagement, including teacher trainees themselves, and at the end of the day, we take a decision. So that heading, that teacher training allowance to be cancelled, attributed to the honourable minister, I think was taken out of context. If it is placed within context, we would understand the situation.
And I'm wondering, those who will be part of this forum, are you inviting people, or I can also stand up and say, oh, they are holding a forum, I'm also going to share my idea?
One, we are yet setting our mood of engagement. But one of the things that this forum want to avoid is what we have experienced in the past, where forums of this nature are held, but people are selectively invited as participants, and then we come out.
Yo, Madam Wase. Nananom empenyin for Branamo and Namwafo na mechiamo. Send your kind and pay mu hu ye hanna yunkra no bone. Emrea your papa Professor John Evans Tamils Abrana or pray o mampeni edibia a year 2008 campaigner ye Onante afarifo nyinaa so efiri aflawo ekopem exam ena obuso omo haw na saa anamontuo num ene enkomodie num ena adwen ba se wose yesi school a eye afarifo school a ebe kire afare djuma na waye brofo kasamade a wo friend research
to revive commend sugar factory as part of industrialization agenda. Fashion College
and the Cape Coast to Pampaso Road, amongst others. The Mankasen market is also one of the markets targeted for modernization under our market enhancement program.
President John Mahama has assured the
Yo, Madam Wase. Nananom empenyin for Branamo and Namwafo na Michiamo. Send your kind and pay mu ye hana yunkran bonnet. Emrea, your papa, Professor John Evans Atamels, Abrana or pray or Mampeni Edibia, a year 2008 campaigner, ye. Onante afarifu nyina so efiri aflawo ekopem exam ena obuso omo haw na saa anamontuo num ene enkomodie num ena adwen ba se wose yesi school a eye afarifo school a ebe kire afare djuma na waye brofo kasamade a wo friend research a efa afare djuma no enti sam reading na ena yede to ya manifesto mu se nyame ya adom na NDC din kunim abato a ne beto no 2008 no yebesi sa schooli asi anomabo ha a eye bora anamwa asase so enti ampanso nyame eye adom a prof ede osie ye oyo enti prof abreso ene started say ye bro focus on my friend a design of sa college na a bedroom abreso na ye bibia a echese yenya contractor ni bibia ni sha se EAC enti edru 2016 na niamuhu no hai bibia na edru no na eyareho se emfie wotweni na sa japade ya Ghana for eto akom yeja esi hosei generators ni si ho block bia wo na ni generator or borehole air condition bibia e wo dynamo akakakra ni ewie phase 1 ansa ni atoa phase 2 no so nti abra ye campaign me kan we ye ba kope example of abandoned projects at Ghana ha. Oko Ghana nyina sa I just say projects are yede ya yeto edi aye ban for ba ayese o yeto aso a enumunyam no enye yede a ebeba party foforo eho enti ye nto aso yes na provokasam yes we are cutting our nose to spite our face enti ne share bosses enyame adoma project bia Ghana for tour akom eye NDC na shase ana MPP na shase yen ya ban no ye be pesika ne ato aso enti we de baby edri enya de eden akase eden konwa ne addition for table ne ade ebesisim na yenya ampa ama students na atem na ne teacher for the bechere omo ade ne ade ye de begum na ye akwan a ewo campus a
of trust. pursue only members of the past regime to account to the people of Ghana. We're going to pursue our own people to make sure that they are held accountable to the people of Ghana. So even as we investigate those who have just left office, we carry out our operation retrieve all the loot, and we implement operation retrieve all the loot. Those who are current office bearers should also know.
Shaking my meal, I get it. Baby, I so swan, I pick it. Kim Palude. This is for the Bible. This is for the Bible. But I am gonna spend the money. This is for the Bible. Everybody. This is for the Bible. Obama, come wait for me. Can't wait for me. This is for the Bible. But I am gonna spend the money. This is for the Bible. For the Bible. For the Bible. Obama, can't wait for me. Obama, can't wait for me.
Do you know what listeners like about our station?
But I am gonna spend the money. This for the Bible. I cannot pick it. I pick it.
Okay, my man Chiana Memo Akwaba 90.5 FM Sunie Sima Makoma Kodiasa Bako Abo Adiapa Awia Donko ho. And then Friday Bosumi Atosumi no Ewa fit 2025 mo your friend February and netted there Tosuma Kuma Conson Abusia me ha mamo akwaba and they are about the hottest social political program Pampaso and Jumadi Nidin live on Gold 90.5 FM and other affiliate stations. Our Moso Air Koyamwa Atretia Ransford R.K.B watching here. Others Sabiga Patrick Asodboadu Prince Brako R.K.B. Sisifia Agwadi di ongrofon Kibalute wadi di pop. Sisifia say apeke but I am spending money and this for the Bible Dr. Matopoku Pampaso will be the Asapa or Kroma Pao. Shaking my meal, I can check. Yami at my match, a dancers award during a campaign season, you know. Your sire pa and whole TV free pa. You be top 5 politicians, you know. Presidential candidate, a coy and a running mate, a coy and a chairman for the organizers, you know. But Asapa, okay, Asano the Kasi irriti on Dr. Baumia, you be, you know, you be a year Matopugu Prempe. On also be qualified. You be Justin Kodia. Justin Kodia also be qualified. The first train year Naka 2. A present mama no one tells us our own. We need my sound. What's that? What do you know? I need to know about. Then you ask him. Oh, sir. It's in the near break. And you're good. And we're going to see if you are okay, you be dancers award. Ewa nyame aduma match him. Enti Lydia yeah. Lydia Lasa.
Omo binya wodu nyina. Ba yo me friend pipi mo. Lydia Lassan so okay, obetimi a qualify because the you koto ye shoe the skirt. Ah, the shoes yeah the skirt. Mami pa. Ah, now the shoe skirt say. Simiku osewano no ana Lydia Lassan. No. Osewano no ana. O shoe in the skirt. Politics. Skirt to this ultimate not from a jump. So from a jump up. And then why you mom pound piano? That your bad dancers awards. It dancers awards night in Pampaso. During campaign season, you know. Dr. Baumia. So say no. Go Baumia be qualify. Na post be qualify Sisifia. Then Justin could you ever qualify? And as a big answer, the Lydia Lassan Swaba. And ultimately, yes, you know, it ultimately so qualify. Hey, it Venema ne, mommy, or be qualify Asano. Nani Braba one. It will be no moody agro. Abua Paponson ultimately asabi. No, you be saying no. Okay. Yeah, you first 10. Won't me shame. Apart me shame. You first 10, you are near Sonesoba. You be first 10, no, not of your own hand, Mr. Okay, where you go? Young queen him, your platforms outdoor, woman, your corner crana. Na afi, one more to me, a boy, a soya, but we are live on Facebook, Radio Gold 905 FM, Sanso, and our YouTube. Radio Gold 905 FM enti obenya ye honum uwie ni saa ye kwamono ne a stations ne doso obe duba ko oba Ghana information centers abro 1000 won so efa Jumadin live ye wie ni saa no na yakọ multi TV and so multi TV radio channel no Radio Gold e so the same multi TV na so Kevin R.K.B Taylor one in the ghost team no Adaroma after 2020 elections almost saw yasene etam Pampaso content at the toe last length TV so be pimne yena so epim so enya sembetoa open station ba kwa ye hwechen station bia in terms of TV stations na last length TV e wo honum 22 countries in Africa and e kopim eti Kevin and the ghost team no ye chiacha munawie from Ghana ba ko so abeka ho efen hot TV and also multi TV na so efiti adwodai and na yenya ne tie so so afa amanfo the reporter ba say Pampaso live on hot TV on multi TV eti na chese TV stations na ko etu and Facebook so Facebook TV Radio Gold 905 FM to kwa like page and share feed no na fa comment ebra emre sem no ye bejebre na fe so yetimi akenkan yes ye betimi akenkan na kama so e the amount eti kai na ehye den so efa emame e honom na yekokuni yakuye nim no ene issues outdoor eba na President Mahama tiniepa or Greater Accra kwa probo na sanene na Western region ye atoy mantemdo nra na Central region fimfi mantemdo mfantene mekanis advance mfantimam no koye na koye ni nyina no eye thank you tour we no eye enase ensra eno koye na se voter started from voter region voter Tanachi o winiye Western region Tanachi o winiye and offense or some we need Central region so na kwa papa no koye no sabio wan kono eye agudie yes and yes me ba besram na makọ wakodi project bi nkomo project outdoor ebema those regions na tumpon project outdoor ema Ghana yedi akonanim eti production team no get me tapes na papa no di hu nkomo no Takrade market circle project and ne wakachirem se one finance minister and contractors in bishia na sika bi yakam no o matimi akwa kutuatua ne 10 na sa project no atimi astarte ebiema akopim se bewie wo ba eye central region so project mienu no wadi hu nkomo Commander Sugar Factory one no start see from the scratch eko commander sugar factory no na enye Kwame Nkrumah de na dada no butugu da bi we a new site President Mahama the first term no o shase se opese Ghana de bia ye krasi chire bedi okrom ha eno kan bi ne ya na ede eye pressure papa o show akoto yen sika ne so no zanze ukra bibia yen cedi no yen kwa na edie. So you have to change the cedis into dollars. Eti u change it to dollars no na chese usika na hoden na ekofom na dollar no anytime bia no nya hoden. It na President Mama adi so adi hunu se yedi bebedi Kenya aye sugar factory baako na yedi kan na osha vision na the first time on the buy na enkopim be the next 5 years no na se the 10 regions no nyina no obi atiminya ne sugar factory a yebenya 10 aye sugar factories across the regions. Etina sanction honom. Unfortunately, President Mahama elusu pa ekotrafie na Akufo-Addo baye na nandanko Akufo-Addo beje baton no wo de hiding sa wantumi anyo na President Mahama aka kirem se Commander sugar factory no obaba revive no na wasi na assign a produce sugar etie no ewo eye ye fa no say central region wodi hu nkomo ye bedi san nkomo no enne now face the same central region fisheries college aye one ne papa no musie a chese na omo kwakọ gentete e de afa enam yie na de ade ho ebetete nkrofo suapom wade ase. Now unfortunately project ni du ba bia na eseka ka chebia 6 months 1 year time there na eseka timi commission but amaso President Akufo-Addo baye no osenya na ni suade hunu no onim se da de tie President Mahama enra okwa probo ewo ayen fifi mantem do no wasanko di project no komo se as a matter of urgency no empenifo ntrase na omon pesika enko complete sa project no na anisuade hunu a ewo eye sa project no enso etimi mram. Another thing aye eboboba ne se sa close season afibia ye pebe 1 month 2 months na ye yakwakofa eye safua carpenter ni anwene na ye de akogina epono kre matumu no report ni chiremu a close season bi ene ho enti afafo ene monsoso moba betede ne enti regions awodo a President Mahama ekoye eni mu amanebo ne tofa no ene da na poso no ene de emamo no ye be conversation no na ya hwe because all those projects no project ba ebe create jobs for the Ghanaian youth tienie pa ebe create jobs for the Ghanaian youth. Say university no yetimi esi ebe fa aya churchfo ebe fa aya matron so mo be no anuane wo honom adrafo betimi anya station wo honom a omo be di akone aba osa school no o metimi so anya cash agu mutom eti job opportunities no infrastructure nanam what I say. So the moment obetreto infrastructure mo no na emabunu na enya djuma aye e oman mu hanom no na abrebom na yenya aye Ashanti region and Asante mantem so yebekọ na yene Dr. Frank Amokere so dinkomo yene no kasa wachire ha wono no ye oswafo a wono ehwe Asante mantem so wono so aka se project awdo a President Mama ye di ja hokoye ni abai otwe so start ya wanwie okika ni nyina bomu a ebe 618 across Ashanti region na was phase 2. Listen to me, according to the minister, was phase 2 of Kumasi Ketia project no President Mama by within 1 month here, phase 2 no omadi hun koma and also assign shase gidigidi enya semgetwa. And I'm telling you that those projects no ba into a year I don't know ama the unemployment situation no and so timi aba from at the time bamwa ye be kwa sentiment mu ye ne Ashanti regional minister be din komo na project awdo a oka ho asem ena fesu galamsey yes was say enne se opesu tu former gudie na o famara kwan so tu former gudie Ashanti mu a obi no obetata but se obetu a former gudie ewo water bodies mu pa de no go area eti we so yankomo a minister no so dia enya semgetwa so far asofo ahodo a President Mahama apa womono obia achese obia pressure do obia so because you don't have any excuse than say obe deliver na Ghana for so hunu sampa bana mo ba besom enkonkɔ fanfɛ bana ba besom so far ministers ni nyina soafo agencies ahodo wa CEO so ho ni nyina no obia start adwuma gidigidi at least yama 7 months 6 months 8 months afu enkoda wi no yebehu positive results our economy no. So yes, yama ho 12 months after 12 months no governance enye magic. What I say, yes, governance enye magic a process. You have to say ultimately bibi see baby na akwakọ ye the results so baby. What I say, sana governance akwakọ say duaba wo de aburo be share form and na 3 months time na betwa banchia 4 5 6 months time na betu sana amamu so etie. So what you do today and be more that results no tomorrow. Eti ye be hwe yema ho 1 year. Yema ho 1 year. After 1 year no you be positive signs say the economy no e bounce back. The moment planting for food and jobs first event saying nana dan kwakufa dem time o ma ntimi anye meboa was planting for food and jobs and no eba ye hunu ade a ekokosi etom na bode and ya so abegu tema station see eton. But that program no nan kan target no serious. What they say osha program ni sunu ne ban, but later you call Ukraine, Russia, and ye kakra muro, millet, and what have you, edeba. But 24-hour economy, President Mama catch him say a Greek sector no, and ebe drive that policy no. And say the more raw materials in the no, then you bet me import substitute. And ye tell say enema ye crap if you are on edeba krum hanam no. Yes bet me ye bia yenko enkonko fa ema. Sanema we nyina ba into a year. Then you bet me say the cedi and dollar no ombetimi akwama cedi na dinkonim. The moment ube create a import substitute in your economy no, not just say reduce importation. Yes, now reduce importation. So reduce importation yeah. You don't need to change too much cedis into dollars and sana at the pressure and swaba. Eti a Greek no enona ebema economy na thrive. Eti san komo we nyina no ya start ya na ya sorry yebedi na face ya other issues eba oko parliament a committee a speaker Governmental say chaos see your parliament woman share na woman probi woman suspend ye and net reporting chirima one more resume sittings who say other MPs one more appear before the committee and say huna sabi yemra shebeja phone mi koko di ye o share to trustem obi aso table obi 8 to 2 manje pade say no yes to trustem because any reasonable being sabi wodwene kwachiri enye sade na course no yes any reasonable human being obi ato abama say oye honorable awodin huni that act no on putting up over there it now no ya say enye obi ato abadema no na sabi na dwene mu da ho yes enye obi ato aba edema no na sabi na dwene mu da ho eti no nye so obi ko parody ne ho ba ya MP yen shedan ni ene criteria bia obi aso de aminkodi MP nti onyanya cash kakra bi no na okomra shebedwafie enti sa ne na si ye no ohwe actions na si ye ene nsema nkrofo keka. It tells you say all is not well with our parliament. Yes, it is our parliament because we voted for them. Serve yen interest. If Boakye enye trutrenia, I am not expecting my MP to be a trutreni or parliament. Enye fie bia mukeke say one of the arms. Womo so enimra, womu tumra gu shemra, emye say dimra so okrum hanom no. Ebinom sabio MPs ni binom edimra be shom sem edin se hunu el the August House. Eti yebehwe hawa sa probi ene niema ebetimi akọ. Ne ahwe e fa saying Speaker Gbagben punitive measures ono so ebegu onom ama yehunu say nobody is above the law. Eti yebehwe na those issues ni nyina no yetimi edi hu nkomo kama enya asem getoa. Another issue so si our parliament ama obi akwa kodi atem na ono so another honorable member of parliament ama for kiwa wiem koto abadema no na oka kire mi say obi ni ba daughter of a medra na je say odini baba mame kan twi na tiase was say oye daughter of a medra eti yakaso bi medra akankasem no oyewudini na daughter no ye baba eti owudini baba sit down trase eti owudini baba trase woko voter regional the Anglo Ayaduko Council woman so say omobonyu so na omama speaker Gbagben any the August House ultimatum for 5 days say after 5 days whoever oshasa aye ense hunu na chi no onyi nimpie na omososo ne omo no woman kan kire sa nipa no eti ehwanim say ye de ne bedi akire ahwanim say de hawa enema so beden ebesifa akọ meka me say yanto abama hooligans ye respecti the various candidate baye na omdo mu si o say on person som Ghana e wo mrahye badwafi but ye ko ne ye to abade mo obi na ye nim ne suban na ne suban bi edadi o hono mo a we have to name and shame to the extent that say ye ko by election elect obi na dwene mu da ho a then we have to do that because sabi a privilege at the mount say obe serve as member of parliament and you're right what you say you don't have that right and obey right to become your saying member of parliament a privilege at the mount so be sum Ghana it ebia yentimi ahwa adwene mu yie voting centers no na ya to about the amount no akotra parliament na okokodi nsehunu a I say yetimi etwa so ne by election cause such utterances be say authority our parliament wonom ekokoba ne sa na yes every bad president who set it bad president for enchirima na just say no to try to be able to make a parliament but yes sir it is Speaker Gbagben where test case at the mount a test case at the mount because yenya issue about if I saying impersonation ebesi ne yenim ba bia eno akwakosi yenya ai akoya no lose elections ya okwawe papers yi Carlos Ayinkra kokwa papers a chese sad demonstration tells you say still now yawo trutrophobi aparedi omo as members of parliament awomugu hono mo a se me na me koye ya ekebom tokum coalition center mebua 2020 ye to aba ye bonkrofo tokum wom men in uniform bi bonkrofo tokum wom no yenya jo say usu ebe ka kire yen say sankrofo no me trutrafo but that time I ye boss sankrofo ni tokum no ye hu say obi atam ballot box o and ye hu say na obi ewe the first ballot papers and a soldier ni boni tokum no but in parliament we saw a certain member of parliament one so atam aye ballot aye caste ewo e first say ma shebe jo fio a de wura no ma o hwe ne se sabio aponche a wanya ewura a wo wi apensu aguso anoma akoda no etisa incident we nyina si under 8th parliament and the 9th parliament etwaso etise yenya any punitive measures bi na yentimi atwekrofobia so na yentu krofobia se free parliament na yan start and run by election on those hooliganisms na it will get to a time we will get enkrofo a sebio omoye wudifo a wom so kodi ewu na ye promachi wom post for tata mo a konya so person servia as members of parliament a ombeko ho na oman no dignity and as a parliament dignity no and a nei just ye bury no kra no eti Speaker Gbagben I'll continue to be on your neck ekopem say the right thing will be done eti anu de take it from me you be criticizing constructively you be try new obi atem we are building a country ye nature nkrophobia sabi adwenu enyi no pempenso bi a as I said omutimi demonstrated that act no yes na yenim ani akoto abade amom but omusuba bia be dead wo orchestra so no mo a ese ye fish them out throw them out yanko by election na yanko yanim Ghana yentoma sani pano en nabusuafo yes yentoma sani pano nabusuafo en ye mo se efiewe mu en na ese mu di MP nya henie a chieftaincy a year because efiewe mu de a royal family to omo en omo na wo mu di ade no enye sanete so we are still watching you guys we are still waiting for responses ebe film ho chia banti ye na nanum atankuda voter region akasa eti ebetwe hawa enema so besifa akire hodom eti na chese yetie eno hodom then another issue bakua ye beka ho asem honorable anodom pre na mame sorry to che emma eye lawyer MFA Hardcastle mama minimu da me non kasada I don't even have your number but Nyankopon shira non to nkwanem we are prophetess we are seer we are prophetess we are seer and the maker no obedi say anodon pre and some do agiri member of parliament he doesn't deserve to be a member of parliament nan campese wasakwa leader over NPP 5 leadership no our parliament minority for now he is one of them. I don't pray as start a person what didn't talk about krum ha and I told the bidon betana me can IGP once more I'm not for me think that me time a year kufu dampare me time kufu dampare I have a friend in his family I'm a fikwa me time no. But I believe in say Yemfa no krenya juma. Me tell ku fudampare. Ka by now. What your krata koma your friend is saying. Speaker Babin, I invite another prayer. I catch her say, Massa, say trip swasem na paso shasi no. Kumasi asante kotokone esuatrema case kura ba ye ni nyeye. Kotokone esuatrema case. Yeni nyeye but I don't pray chese nei so koto se MPP ni NDC ni eye argument na argument no atimi akwa wo ntokwa na ukọ na se MPP ni NDC ni na eko a na ye MPP ni a boasa MPP ni no mu NDC ni from yet here it's been 24 hours yenteshi because oye MP eti or some privileges be ne some immunities be not the identity no or MP o one about the one kasa yi patopa me kasa yi mama no pa si abeche me mama no ko pasesi ya ko kasem a ebetimi edi atutwa sem aba yebe kwa doso Ghana constitutional per charges dia bome etu amama ne atimu no a Ghana police service timi nya adwuma Ghana police service entimi nya adwuma eteke President Mahama to write to the IGP and catch and say 2020 enkrofo a men in uniform bomb to ku womo no kokko investigations. What kind of police system and you're putting in place? What kind of police system under the current leadership of the IGP and your party Okroma? And such a take precedent to write to you to do your job. Ebanisa, you are a failure. What failure? You are sleeping on the job. Must it take the precedent to tell you what to do? One incident to be a seer involve criminalities. Must it take the president to alert you say Kokoye ABCD? Then what is your use? Or what at all is your business? So you're posing outside the canny. Eti se president no one kai bibi I inform us say ya na chese what your tro keke. What tro keke wu? Amet swali ya body tro kuno ebe pem ne. Mr. President, me kawo. O shebo anamebwa. Amet swali ya body tro kuno. Ye bo Amet swali tro kuno. Eti krom ha. Ama for se omo wadansidie enim krofo a edi sa nyamba nsem ne besi ne yakasa for na wotum eno ti da sa kotoko supporter yi a omo wori sika kuni me hu ne se ma issue be bom anapa ma this week se week ne end ne yanko next week mra no the matter will be between kotoko supporters and the family. IGP call ni nyina no masafo from ra atwam oh, ye guso ya investigation ya suma as ya suma wan na bogus ya to twene reset do a serious agenda. If the president says you reset Ghana, all institutions, the Ghana Police Service, here serious reset. Oh, so that the end of okay, mami for when you wanna remember NDC mukakra. The issue about one more no any appointment nasem. I want to talk about MMDCs, you know. Yes. I want to talk about the MMDCs, you know. And issue edema bi kokoso wiem. Me o case ba ko kasoa. Me o case ba ko kasoa. Ni atie ne se Honorable Johnson Asirin Ketia. Honorable Fifi Fiavi Kwete. Me bomudin abo the party executive sitting in a din and say mojuma din and our government. Patroti mi pa. Ayamo mojuma din and our government. Now government na mo no. The leader of the government, President Mahama, and in running mate, no dinner chat ne. Wabe Her Excellency Professor Nana Jinopoko Ajaman, Mema Bakwa, the Boni Diana Maniaje. Near Tiani sir, party no, Aniswadi Runina Mukamboom. Say manifesto na madabaye meboa. So the NDC vision, any abiding in NDC as a party, and the whole government, you know, ekita one vision. Vision na madabaye no, one. Because bo manifesto na no, set party manifesto, and I'm going to call elections. And out of that elections, you know, Mao are buying. So you won the elections. So the party now produce government. Eti an appointment as someone, especially the district assembly elections, you know. If I say MMDCs, you know, appointment, you know. I think the party is some involved in because any Bibiana President Mahama, because pressure done is so meeting and Crawford to get things done, no. You guys need to step in. Because at the end of the 4 years, Mobeko Bu Akunta as the party no about elections. So the party is the engine of the government. This government, the NDC is the engine of this government. Take it or leave it. The NDC party is the engine, is the heart of this government. Because the NDC party gave birth to this government. The leadership, I'm talking about the national leadership, who becomes DCE, MCE, or whatever, no, some will take interest. Now, more take interest now. More take interest, no, one. Ni obetimi abuama party no I popular. I know sir. General Mosquito okita tuwa ibi. Was say in leadership we choose competence and character. I know. Me know what come out several times. And adia ba ko me pick if you ho. E bi no makachire wi. General believes in competence and character. Obi want to be so competent. Adwomatimi aye, but the character obi we no gun ho animu ase. Nanka wan kokora ye den enkeye. Na ebano MMDC is na mo yina. Minim say obi a won interest. I know some regional chairman, yes some kra, all of them may have their interest. Yes some. some regional executives, being it organizer, secretary, or what have you, women organizer, all across board. I'm talking about the 16 regions. Because obi a person put in the nipobi na be obenya kakradie. Obi a person oputu ni nipobi ko sheba bi say da be ya obetime for the man contract bi. Ni nyina no it is not bad. But at the end of the day, the heart of the government, NDC, the engine of this government, NDC, no. Mobile sign the partner elections. And you ban the elections. Because Electoral Commission, when you buy a registered man elections, so Electoral Commission supervises on a political parties, no. So, who becomes MCE, DCE, you know, as a matter of concern to the NDC leadership. I'm talking about the party leadership, you know, not those in government. I'm not talking about President Mahama. I'm not talking about the Vice President. I'm not talking about Omwakano. Even though those guys are going to be President Mahama representatives. But as I said, me say, party in a ekita one vision. The party NDC and the government ekita one vision because manifesto no yeni President Mahama manifesto and yeni NDC manifesto ni nyina bomba ko na mode koe. Etisa mo bo President Mahama no mo one ye but mo kok e form one me sa list na amafo ayede abramo no na me ka semba ko nkyerɛ mo ne list na enkrofo ayede abramo no tere no ebi yewom ebi so mo pa mo mfa list nya adwuma me mam heads up bi sa the final 3 na ma short list no yebeti benya district bi a sankrofo tere ni nyina no wo mu twa hute banani obeti me ya adwuma no yeyi na frim simply because wonu obi nya problem eto aka chenza wo me ma wo mamu da jawa bibi sa honom eti mama premo ho shortlist number de but mo san to fosu wachire I fully be started a person on manipulate list no o come chrome kwawu a yaso hini bi ba se o ma 10,000 near the 10,000 campaign no campaign no eti o hini ni person ba enko MCE and some chiefs our central region a person influence list because ancrophobia ko show much say amonka so oh nana we only betim we dey tim na ohene de e ban governance a vote so sa yes voter region so de aba ete kati across story am ye e kati across ye no ansan ye be kan sembi no na sabio ye ne ancrophobia di ko bakọ akiri eno ti kwasi buache mempentam kan sem to ancrophobia so typical example in Central Region Kaswa. I'm not for show petitions upon petitions simply because encrophobia kotababi so already am panel when the panel no he need to be to be a DCE mamai or your campaign be a command sense or hine a person were you DCE MC and mamai simply because I'll be man BBD tinipa na obetime ya adwuma no yema sanipa ne nya adwuma no sanipa no so ni krofo abebo na chido maka bia man na ya kan krofo de afa. That is why I am calling on the leadership of the party, I'm talking about the NDC party, to wake up. More happy about because nipa obeyin no wono ye friend John Mahama of the district. Because DCs and MCs, you know, They are the government representatives. They are the government representatives. So, Etienne, Sir Kwasi Boakye, and Ablekuma Central, YMC. I am the John Mahama of Ablekuma Central. Yes, Anatie. Eti Jonamawa mandate, you know, Jebe Chichemo into districts and municipalities and metro. Eti Mama Mahi Fufobi, any party executives be, Enfa and Krofobi Wahi, and produce fake list and Mamo. Me, better be pa, Eka Monya Savi. San Crawford, I'm shortlist San Crawford in Namukoya pools. You will get the right people to do the job for you. And Crawford will be sick of Boa campaign, no. But the Crawford first say, acquire committee control, no, even though better may Jumano, it more influence out the top. It mamiko, Namiko influence ya the wo. Member Kishwa say, Unya, such threat no a koso within the same NDC party. Hey, my mama one constituency. Ablekuma Central. Ablekuma Central. Yeah. I know one Kolam Kofi Dodono. Or a former chairman. I know Kofi contribution. Listen to me. I know Kofi Kolam Dodono contribution. He bought Tundra. Kofi bought Tundra. Emma, the MP, I know a candidate. Yes, the employer candidate. What branding on the John Mahama? A brother system. Sign your door to door, contributing Sika and other things. Sam Crawford bino. A man fast sorry say, oh, I call it again to me in Canasa to Bob Hayen. Till Bisasani Pane say, Adentina, Onipa Baku for person or G1 constituency bosso. But obey to me, Jumano. A Jumani Yepo. Me what so many constituencies. I met me, I can't want some. No constituencies, baby. Me to match some constituency be a make say a quarry mode MC mana MP wing or behano mo ba me ho me to me catch them. But for somebody Koto Tundra and Brandy and for the candidate presidential parliamentary candidate mo na oma constituency no e make sure say we win for the second time. Na Crawford sorry tia. He is not my candidate. I don't have a candidate. But I knew who you and you can you do one dance here. But I am not saying that every another contribution, every so no obi a chena minim. Meboa. But the point I'm making is that Monko from Namumi some party money ye. Your Crawford one more. Woman will be in canto or call me once a much wa. Ya no ko. Saforo munyo munyina samfanto nchen na mo prokura mo misa wo mo munyo mo party ma competence and character. I am not against anybody in the NDC. I am not against anybody in this government. We want better for Ghana. Say oman be di ada president mama kuma so say opese oja legacy tie papa na sem no kan no o say I want to leave a legacy. Na legacy no a legacy papa na o ka ho asem no. So you need hard working comrades who have competence. Amba back papa no na chi okolo jokuku a ehon so lojokuku constituency yɛse nipa baako a dodo na afi sɛ papa yi ɛba no competence character everything part ho dɔ na de ade no nyina ɔwɔ no yɛse yɛma no nkɔ ɔno nso yɛabɔ no galawi ɔyɛ gyina firim koraa wan qualify sɛ yɛma wokɔ yɛbɛdi ho adanse nti yɛma qualify koraa ɔmde 2 pɛ na kɔɔyɛ enti I am saying that listen na regional chairman for no aproduce aba no nyina no across board Honorable Johnson Asienu Ketia bitu chairman na wie monton faso na mon penkro for papa e wo party no ho do enye obini interest na momo no ne Ghana interest e da na koma so no na mo for adwuma man I don't have a candidate mini candidate biara I don't have a mini power biara na man kama ko be candidate ma de minimo no e na me bobo so de a kire mo no eti regions ni nyina monton faso listen no wo mo de aba mo de amonyintum mo agi atum awie no mo so mo nya research mo pa mo ma global info analytics busa dankwa enlist and croford nyina constituency by constituency na mo nya pool about croford no then you guess you are going to get the best person to lead that metro or municipal na district no when you futu kakra enefie meme kosi wache mede mamo na yede ani hwe yede tetenkwanchen yenkoye o haya yede ani hwe ti mame chia president Mahama na me chia me mame professor Nana Jenopoku Adjman the vice president her excellency I record one honorable friend or they tell Professor Nana Jenopoku Adjman, Her Excellency, good afternoon to you. Mame Chia Chief of Staff. Miami Wafa Julius Debra. Code this year. Chief Mechiao. Wafa Mahao. Ofa Maha Mechiao. Nancy Zemenchiao Mano. Ha. Sabigan so chiao. Ha. DJ Kofi Abeta men kaso chiao. Kofi Abeta. Kofi di also on chiao. Ha. Ti Chief Julius Debra ye chiao. Wan bi na menchiano. Ma menchia eye me Eastern Regional Minister Obano. Awate. Yes, ma menchiano. Na menchia Greater Accra sa ha na yete. Cause Obano be demolition on me hon na. Ni bi kom kruwa na me yen eti yama me Linda Okulu Greater Accra Regional Minister. Good afternoon to you. Manyen kratromra yaba beto aso.
Yes, Mujumadi and Shasia, Mama Hanya Kum, Yadamwase. Say the Men Club of Ghana. Yahow Nina Twitch, and if you want Mutisha and Sasam and Koyano, Ghana for Nya Jatum, say free now Quadia, and to Papa Epomia Janaso, and a Zipman capsule. Panya, walk after the neck, and Nunia drop, Solak Heba Clinic, Akofaba, Amani Panya Jatum, says Zipman capsules, Bema would be nan Nasu Majumaye, Bema and Sisiania, and Nunia do Papa Epoa, Ama Wadia so say Chain. Zipman capsules, Nemo Monkai, so be only 18 years and Zipman capsules
Oba and so guguno ane enkaboni awon kuno onum solak mesha na yamukra
Bema and so gugu baby ne so free baby ho ba no unya solak mesha ebetu ni nyina asiama oba wa fire funo oba o manofo anasa koda oni mfiedumieno enso num solak mesha ibi atufon ko baby ye ton no bia anafre 0245616028 Zipman capsules panyai wo ga tene sa adwade FDA for ahwehwemu agya to mu se eye.
Hey, have you
Hurry ahead. Third Eye Care and Vision Center is at it again. Oh, they are giving a 50% discount on everything, including glasses and glaucoma tests to everyone 60 years and above. And this is actually an everyday thing. Oh,
hey, Daji the the Third Eye Care and Vision Center. Shishula Shia would open Noji 50% ba. Hey, you would the shada G above glaucoma test. Bla chichi alo myo gankuya wojia. Hey, you would the Gina amada shada ika upa blood the chivoa.
yes. So let's all go to Third Eye Care and Vision Center at Airport Residential Area, close to the Association International School, opposite the Mirage Residence, or North Reach, on the same premises as Sunny FM. You can call Third Eye Care and Vision Center on 0245 938389. The Third Eye Care and Vision Center, your total eye care solution provider.
Sweetness.
Yeah, bouncing me visa.
Nabani say.
Almost say mini traveling experience.
Oh, relax. It's the year. Menyo Boko Bahamas. Bahamas.
Hey. Na medenya visa.
Erko Bahamas. Wanji visa. Yerka jienenwa.
Wow.
Yababa nenya travel experience. Bahamas. Sisiara. Mr. Tours and Cheap Tickets Limited will organize lovely tourist trip. Aqua Bahamas. Abokwa.
I will. Meko.
Lovely trip to Bahamas. Yeah. You know ya Accra to Nassau. Wachata flight numu. Offer 17th April. Kesi 23rd April. Packaging now ya $5,500. What ticket to a hotel? Ya new beach Bahamas. You cruise one sooner do messy. And you generate your more love in Bahamas. To register and sign a 28 March. Call for reservation.
Workers. Our 24-hour economy plan is designed to enhance production, productivity, and employment by creating an enabling environment for businesses in agro-processing, manufacturing and construction to employ more people through a 3-shift system. We are committed to infrastructural development of all regions. We will prioritize the development of critical infrastructure, including roads, schools, healthcare facilities, and electrification projects, and also provide clean drinking water for our people. Late last year, the contract for the first phase of the dualization of the Kaswa-Winneba Road started. Upon completion, this project will facilitate the movement of goods and services and enhance trade. The second phase of this project will be from Winneba roundabout to Mankesem roundabout. And the third phase will be from the Mankesem roundabout to Cape Coast. While phase 1 is ongoing, phase 2 and phase 3 will be packaged and funded under our Big Push program. We also have targeted important roads like the Yamuransa-Praso Road, and then the Cape Coast to Trifo-Praso Road, amongst others. The Mankesem market is also one of the markets targeted for modernization under our market enhancement program. We will invest in programs and policies that create jobs for our youth and provides opportunities for our farmers.
Member of Parliament for Asenof. Yes, Asenof constituency, Honorable Samuel Lambre, our Hanum. Sabri Jumadi, you know, HGO Rich FM 98.7, our Sinfosu, or more for Jumadi live. For manager, Kokumintai Ford, and the team, no, your church, this week from Monday, Sabri, Pampaso live, our Sinfosu in the central region. Honorable, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Bibi Abokodia.
Watch it. Adechi near Diafi. Bibi ya bay. And you say, I Ghana for the two Abama. I'm more official Pampaso and Maso. I can't Ghana for the two Abama, you know. And I'm a crum, see, I say, Nanky, you woon ye yan, into I say, a day, any a hotel, any or a strong could be, a honky castrum could be a crum. But my main can't say, being true. Last week, I was in for so. Now, Tuesday, a brother so your market day was in for so. Now, me kofa corner be, nem be pie gomo. Na about 5 p.m. Na, watch it. That time now, we expect to send can call for a parky or money on my free gomono. I feel a need grano crash. Oh, Samu. Sana eti. Nti mi gina baby din am say January ya ye womi a nka ho kire ne de nyina na ye den na afere mi hu egwaise ona mi kai say na sana bibifo no mote ye bibi so o mote ye nige so o mote ya ho keka so o mote ye bibia so nti na ma na Ghana no I say e forma na eko but ye da nyame asese Ghana for ni ye din na odru emra esese omo kire ombobre no omo kire ye o election no na enne ama MPP for amwa beka se omo ni wiase ye mu bi kakra bi aka na omo nya tumi kakra no mpeso omo yese omataba na for kra no ye de ayon beto so na omo tumi etu but omo ye den kra na numbers ye won parliament no omo tumi survive nti mini omo dia anka mebre me ho ase na ti se de ene ye call ye na ye call ye rebuilding na ye nya sa hoden sonko na Ghana for gi atuma ye baaye no nka omo sanko machi no mo nko right the right from wrong na omo na e wo ho no nti Boakye omani de sisi abebi ekono minim se GM eniema wo ye no de eniema odi ego akwan mu no minim se sa 120 days no ni boshe no obedi so na ma Ghana for irehemu a omunya na onmu a omuto abane ma ye ne no sa irehemu no omun be ma yibi aka ho na omu de atwen ye ni ya reset Ghana ti said ye kan no man ye manyina Boakye ubetumi akaye hu se nansan miti mi hwe video bi wo TikTok nkwala ni se sana na kufu ado dada yen na afi ye di aduane papa ye di abina rice jack sausage nyina mu chibi ma awie o ensi da anti we chese ni da so bi ewo ho nkwala no po ehu nti yesrese eye bosome ba ko pe ne yedie ene na kakra nti omoma ye kwan na omoma ya kwanya no ne de omohwehwe no ye be ya mo.
I see. Yanko Central Region kakra minim se hono wodi onkwe pa President Mahama kwa probon ra honom ne thank you to ne tosome sa hono de bi wie wodi nkomo fa Commander Sugar Factory home and was said din nkomo fa Fisheries University and Fisheries College na OCA for the past 8 years abanya otwem ko ye ejasa project no at the 2 room. So far, Papa no had the promises about. Say needy kind Commander Sugar Factory no, be revive no na fi ababe yejuma. Then also animanimia and Fisheries University na so mutimi pesika no mo de shim. What the MP or region mo paying? Region no a region very unpredictable in terms of about elections o share abattoir to krum ha o kind fi 92 needy kind under Fourth Republic, Yatoye, Central Region at Tuaba 92 and 96, Sedema, a year NDC. President Kufosu Binyani 8 years region, Mills Mahama Sunyani 8 years honum, and Omasamba Tuma Kufuara for 8 years or Master Sans Somosano. Then, Mosusu said, a buying or Tiswa, a yawa buying, I was some pain. Akwanya so ba be san som yi no then am face aban no ɛmfa n'ani ɛnhwɛ hɔ sɛde bɛyɛ a region no sɛneɛ motumi de mo sa si mɔbɔ sɛ volta region deɛ mada koraa bɛba so western north mada koraa bɛba ɛne wɔti mada koraa bɛba no then na wosu sɛ ɛsɛ aban no nyɛ a ɛbɛtumi adane region no ani na aba bɛyɛ mo dea
na asɛm baako a mepɛ sɛ mekyerɛ mu ma amanfoɔ te aseɛ ne sɛ normally wowɔ nkran ha a yɛka sɛ central region a obi afi sɛ Cape Coast ɛne Kaswa na central region evi ɛyi no ɔmo mo ka mfante kasa no koraa no yɛwɔ agona kasa wɔ hɔ agonafoɔ no wɔ hɔ yɛwɔ gomuafoɔ ɛwɔ hɔ yɛwɔ adwumakofoɔ ɛwɔ hɔ ɔho ɛne yɛsan ɛwɔ asenfoɔ no a ɔmo ka twi yɛwɔ dankyirafoɔ a ɔmo ka twi ne yɛwɔ twifufoɔ no so ɔmo so ka twi nti wo sɛ central region sɛ yɛka ne nyinaa bom a wohwɛ ɛyɛ kuokuo nti sɛ akuokuo ni nyinaa tete yɛ ɔmo ntamu a adwene no entumi nyɛ baako
okay
what does it very well because sɛ wohwɛ a infantifoɔ no ankasa typical infantifoɔ ne gomuafoɔ no ɔmo taa to abama yɛ paa
fantifoɔ
no gomuafoɔ no ɔmo taa to abama yɛ ndisifoɔ paa ɛna wohwɛ ayi no twifoɔ no nso a mostly ɔmo to ɔmo ba ɛde ma ayi MPP sana de na koyo
okay
nti wohwɛ oba asen enclave na usa ayɛ sɛ yɛse de ntoma siri sopo so nti a na yɛfi sɛ yɛ ntoma ni bia
okay
for the year usa yɛ ne asantefo na bɔhye adanse plan keke ne twa yɛ ntem na yɛ Ashanti region na central region nti saa na yɛ ne tie nti sɛ elections no sɛ ekoba sɛ emre bi ebi na dominate a anase akoba bi fufura na yɛ sɛ ɔmo no ho ɛyɛ den during the elections
okay
ɛna ɛbɛtɔ yɛ afam so na yɛ sɛ yɛnso yɛ ho yɛ den na obebisa sɛ die nti na man saa ne man ba one okay sɛ central region yɛ ka ayi a region ohia wo mu a central region yɛwɔdin yɛwɔ schools akɛseɛ ɛne nneɛma nyinaa ɛnam sɛ school ni produce adwuma direct ankɔfo bɛnya bi ayɛ no nti aya na ama akɔyɛ sɛ yɛbi biara no akɔyɛ kuayɔ ɛpokɔ wade aseɛ wɔn a wɔwɔ mpoano no ɛkɔpo ɛna wɔn a nso wɔ kwaeɛ mu no nso wɔn nso yɛ abansefoɔ no nso ɛnso dɔ ɔho nti sɛ ekoba se omo ani afi afi omo mpe kuaye omo mpe epo ko eno so beye ayi a eni fi a na je se omo pe adwuma na aye adwuma so central region adwuma ni ho enti na president Mahama ne first term no wo ye na dwen se sa dia yen revive sa sugar factory no enkroma si yetu na jejemu yampega na at least enko serve enkofo woda enclave o commander enclave no ni Elmina na enkofo ebaye a omo be se ade no kra nti de ma abato no ko a ema ekọ de ekọ no se ye adwuma yo se enkwala ne nya adwuma ya your factories bebre because sabi schools were Cape Coast schools were central region akese pa but sabi nyina na betumi akọ school ni adru that level ye be ka for certificate bra obenya bi obi wo ho a sabi ye wo no or inclined wo insano dwuma yemu obi wo ho nso so a book nti se ko ba ne sa nso a de ne ye ya ma omo ewo insano dwuma ne ade no sisi ano na yo say ye going forward no ese ye hwe say ye betumi technical and vocational schools na say TVET na baso no e wo se ye hye mu kena na saa ne ma ni nyina no etumi ye na eboa na se ye ne yetumi ye emre ayaba pa wai yetumi hye mu den na niema ye promise ye ne nyina yetumi ye se 24-hour economy ne be ma jobs nti se ma jobs ne dia ene ye na emrantie ne nketesia ne benya adwuma ne bia ye omo beton ade se friend is saying women's banking ebaswa omonso no kra no omonso ebetumi anya bi adwuma aye because okwakwagye besia kakra e de akodi ni dwa anase ade bi opese ode ye bia no ode aye na so mfaso no wozo atumi anya bi na wosan tua saa besia na okwakogye ye no nti ye ka wenum nyina bomu a boache ni nyina no na kire se eno na be ma ye kanko ye nya atumi ye nya yi afie yem se min kan ni anki enya be 26 but niema mako bi na baako bi echoko ye na another one bi choko
timunya 18
ye nya 18 I just say ya basro pa ya boy ho modern pa make us say apart from 93 elections you know 92 there no ebi NC sa o NDC mu sa
NDC
benya that number of seats no what I say na who say key to the seats ni bi yet say asen central etumeje ye okay 2020 no so ye je upper denchira west na yenye da but you know I'm say your candidate no na ho keka no ekọ form kakra because ho no ye adwuma ho pa anka say na ho de no wo soro nka ho so ye be winning nti sana ene dynamics no etie wo central region nti say ye ka central region nye Cape Coast nko because we free Cape Coast kro denchira upper denchira west no na say wo ko se hwi no ekwan wo mpa imagine say we ye adwuma ye static aswa na de ko wan hwe a nana obedi okwan mu ansa na wakoduru won say we ye adwuma pa nano enye na ketwa nti central region de boko badiaka no ene wo say ye me ni da ho promises aye e de man kofo a omogin agidie we mu e de to aba especially this time ni hu say boache ye ko campaign pa na hu enkwala menka emranti a moto aba ene nketesi o moto aba no ma ho kekan ene niama ono mo ya na me say ye party pa na ene aya kono say sa kono na ye etimi ye ma ye no eni si ye yedi nkwala no nwambo adwuma ese ye pemo boache me the way fm wonim say ye after election nyina na nkofo bad training was in for immigration anko fugo
after elections
no
bad training for
no ba some ya form immigration school
wow
na go for ba me de mechanic say yenso eko dibia enwam enso dibi nkwala no mu di echi no omso pa adwuma ye enti se ade no agro be so a ifra no pa yenye ne tentem na omuso nya arehyem bi wo mu se afro me bedi party na chi no ana se metu abase no menya so mfaso
okay yanko yanim na messages out do ababa ye behwe ne yakenkan kakra but time report ni chirema parliament a jane sitting nyame adama Tuesday and on besa kobiem na another report chiremu a wo mo ntimi afom korom ne ye behwe na afin so yetimi anya a feedback no honum then na ACA members of parliament na saying say Ibinum tanko say Ibinum tanko
majority and minority
say minority for the omode on wan kokra no ba orabo wan kokra na em say enko say hwe de so majority no bi ho no mo numbers no ya na ehu ni yi sa even though omobro we see the modi no so there but I'm saying na omokona kwa bi I don't know binum say be appointment ntina binum so twentwen so there minim ana committee sittings events vetting appointment committee vetting na no more yen so can be there I think omono bitimi a kire
boache we ni adwuma we de whips na adwuma What does he? Whips na Juma, any leaders na aba no new club of leaders na aba parliament no. Na too early. Too early. Me who the intia was a yatu aba as parliamentarian. Now unko minim the SCD. But ya besre Juma na ya day ni no eso. Na minim na Boakye wo kakra ministers ndo do sen kra na yi wo mo free parliament sisi a ebetu ama na mesina short on be se 40 as if on be se 40 kra na
ministers no
the year free parliament
on free parliament
no 40 into wo maka na yede what is it we should be serious who say no na ayi buafu speaker buafu what is it say ye boa speaker no so boa ye na ye dwuma no ekoso Boakye ye na ma ye team painting kwa ye tiatiamu ka say ye chekere nkofo ye di ye hwe nkofo kofa baabi sebi ye nya dwuma nya yo but still ye say be boa nti mu amonye bi no mu modea mu mani nkwa dwuma no na nkofo nya ahwehwe mu ye mu what is it because the tiani say we den kra we parliamentarian you throw a dongo picture by TikTok. No, you trust say you voted for me as an MP, not a minister. What does he? So you were voted for as an MP.
Yeah.
Inti say we ejuma first. Say we ejuma ni aka echire nyina no emfaso a ubenya. Na minim what is happening me call watch there. Na me tell wasem so ache but the mechanic say as a former MP there mechanic say momwa na bibia anye na mpanyfo no so omon form na nti we whip adwuma what does he say obekole members na omaba nti omon so omonyira mo na omonye because ebi no maye bi nti ebedru so na so ayero ho ayo de
Honorable Yesha Ayahaj fair no is here President Mahama as part of the manifesto promise or can say nyame na domina ye to aba de man oba union mozemi for ya na komeka Medina ekobompaye na onyanya na large status na okoba ya no na ye de man no the Holy Land President Mahama Elkro na the first time na Hajj na 11,900 then 12,000 but okọ kotena fie 8 years or baba 2 year no na 75,000 watimi atete 10,000 free so ama na baba 62,000 yahwe sana mowe ene emwa adebe the Muslim community no
yo kwache bidashi biem unim se ye kase obi a owotema President Mahama. Just a president of Watima. Mani Yokuniba. President Mahama. Ubi bisa said Dientina atisa. Share Boakye me ye MP no. Na nkofoko haja. Those days no mo brepa. Ubi se omina kugu omuwo baby no omakotatra airport wo baby o da baby na omo dia ye friend say internal for internal flights no old airport no na omako bodompim na here na omo plane mai na here yenye omo yi nti I say omo nkasa na de omo ho na omo ye bibia ye but na sometimes you can na say board wo ho wo ka IC time
yeah
na board bi wo ho nanka hwe agin asem but no omo ba won say yenuanum kramfo no omo niema ne wo na wano omo wo sibi omo si ye omo niema obekọ abrushing obeyese abebo mpaye bebi obeyese enti President Mama hwe ya no yes no they need to be dignified what does he nti o seti baby me ye ha village chese oba waba nti ema omo hare omo ewo eniema bebre mu ewo president mama ne first time ebiem so no unim se ye ne etumi left ya ban NDC aban emre so ne etumi left Haji for mu fit Tamale straight to Mecca.
Oh sir.
Yes.
I see.
ACA 2016. And so young nuanom ya opposition for yi. Gbegbe ayi na ye kramoni monto abama no mo ye misa se. Eni ma o ka so be ya mankramufo kra otimi ye ya na. Wantimi anye. Ni nyina no president mama promise na wo deliver. Because you see, MCS Obondi Ama Alaji Collins interim
tax force
no ono dano.
Yes.
Na yenhwe niema ebekoso. Sisi no o ye danasi. Se sa 13,000 no we e free so. Amayen. Is it 13,000?
Yeah, 13,000.
Yes. We ye free so. This is here MCS 62 no aba MCS 4,000 and something.
Yeah, $4,100. And to almost according to them, maybe a time and so on. Bekono dollar no drop here.
A bed scan so drop.
Yeah.
So what I say. First in 75, and then Yakobe 5,000. $5,000. What I say.
Yeah.
Nti why are they? Say wabo more than so. Even though o man wire what I say. But almost I said yes or more yet. Because Haji no say a drew so na se went to me anko na se wu alaji title na born or the wu enti setisadia ene why the why no aboa pa na minim se menuanom ne anankramofo no ebekwa kodanase because eniema o ka se obeye no wa start and a wo ye nkakran die bedru so no ne yaye die bedru so no ne yaye nti waye wabomodin se wayi saa sika no puduo na firi so Haji na first na kan ne ko kura nya din na ne ko nya din but ye nya muslim vice president nkai se ko hwe masa ne man nyina so em se aya mo ya chata play na aya na ne bo no e ko form kakra na nka wahwe na nka sa ne man nyina woni nyina ba o mia bu na ni go so a wanhwe ema eniema na ye nti enye wonwa say ye to aba tia no for the first time ya to aba opposition a friend saying government in power when ya 38%. What does ye enye wonwa because no money ye no na emfata ne ye mpo mfata kramoni anase muslim ni obi a ode sabiu ne mo mabofom na o ya sorry nti jeyam na no mo ka se ono de oye ayi no oye Christian no onu momu no na sisia no oye ba ni nyina ka resetting the a country no agenda no ni nyina ka ho se ayi bibia ekoso bia ebe ne se ebe boa ma o man no akonanim bia no eno no ogusu a woye no eno soso ka ho bi nti enuanum kramofo no eme ye sure se nyeni nyina nie me sure say by now no uko village ho a asiesie ene niema bi ebekokoso ma omoso uduru ho a ohun say wo ho aka ho no ohun say yes me prepare say akwakoye Holy Land no akwakobompaye na akra na ti umu no wonso anya baabi asomdwe na odimi dia di say adwuma no enti yeda president mama say woni awaya ade amain we no eka omani nyina ka omani nyina me ye so mbekọ Haji be April May mu ho baabi baabi duru ho no ye bompa say na dollar no so ati na sika no so ati na ye nuanu a kakra mbetumi afford no omo so atumi akọ no makọ fulfill omo Muslim rights.
Okay abusia yanko yanim na yeni sang komoyi kakra. Okay, so PC about center Dr. Patience Kobina say yeni komo ne komo yi di nyina ne say oyoba utie me ubunsa ayana oyawo edi akire osisita ya oya wachi premo edodo beman so a ɛnɛ omema sem ɛwɔ fam na ɛma ACC wobɔma ho ka time aso a ɛsɛ sɛ wotimi tibiwi a ɛno ane sɛ wotwefa abosa ɛbɛsrɛ sɛ wobɛkɔ PC akache wohwade ya ho ne papa infections a wodo ne nyina no ɛyɛ PC Herbal Center entikai na ɛhyɛ ne nso ɛfa ɛma me yagye award pen about the prostate issue so last year 2024 most promising prostate disease treatment center sa award no by akache 2025 is so omo ede yabaso body nam kwan so a eba say 15th March yebesa bo PC abaso enti yenko na akache esan say ni nro de mani nyina no aye purely natural and herbal aye obo ade nsa no a yemfrɛ mu kra enti kan na hye ne so Madina na obehunu yen Madina Social Welfare Gate no yene no enedi no hwɛ Takra the Air Force Station Basic School and so onsa ebekan 0540 740 740 Dasein Practical School say enei open the best wasi remedial center in Ghana teacher for enim de teacher for yi awies yesu apon teacher for yi about dedication to omajuma omo super fantastic Dasein Practical School yen pen ye school a syllabus de kira de no ye completing nyina ntem so ansana wakwa akwacho final exams vacation classes for SHS students and so honum eti visit your branches ni bi Pokwase Ashaman Tema Pram Kasua Enafinsu Awoshi 0244 585902 0244 585902 Power Specialist Herbal Hospital Dr. Akosia Aduaya say yade bi atete wo eban hepatitis a yebesre say o de beko from A to E sciatica arthritis gono syphilis broken bones ulcer ni nyina no Power Specialist Herbal Hospital yewo kwa benya ACP Main Road no sabekan Kumasi Fiyase Lake Bosometri Kwantimpone so Sansuna Takura de Anaji Estate yene Anaji MA Primary School no ene die no hwe 0244544422 0244544422 Third Eye Care and Vision Center Third Eye Care say uyo bi ahwade a onhu ne papa uyo bi atai hye ahwehweniwa wo pen papa ne bo fom a Third Eye Care and Vision Center na ye akache no ye memo comprehensive eye solutions and found in fear wadi entikai national so efama me na ne yete say DVLA4 accredited ye center no say bra akojo license no be ba cho obeba for eye examination test na said the be hu nipa be hu sampa maminyi ka no fanfa no ho na fanfa konu na sesese bia ponche a ya mantam no a ede ne kodi bronya no eti Third Eye Care akache your North Ridge and airport residential area ye adwuma every day be adwuma Sundays 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Sundays enti free contact numbers no 0245 938 389 0245 938 389 and 0543 287 008 0543 287 008 Gold Kids ye ko weekend na atwe no etwa go ne de obenya bere e de ama oma no enti oba wo school ne tire hu na fu ope eye baby papa akwakoyi ne ti kama a fini ka bia ma ho onkonkofa yade foforo bia mfa ma eye Gold Kids oya awofo na mobile ko school o taibo ne ti oba tire hu fu ne tire hu sakatu a eye Gold Kids na beko se uni sikampo a o de beto de ne dia ne o be siesi oba ho de se otimi ede akoda no makoda na energy ne yɛka sɛ ɔbani a ɛno ane sɛ ɔnso atumi hyɛ wɔ anuonyam yɛwɔ Praku Estate main gate no Christian Village ɛwɔ Dome Praku Estate main gate no Christian Village ɛwɔ Dome Greater Accra ha ya 0596 008138 0596 008138 Madam Akambi yɛne dwumadi no ɛbrɛ wɔ Adele Uma Adele Uma sɛ obedu ɛyɛ studio ha no but ɔmaɛ ba ansa no na bobɛba mu no yɛnnua no Muslimifo a motie show no meme as a Christian deɛ Hajj tia yɛate so no ɛnkame but ɛyɛ manifesto promise and a President Mahama ayɛ so the Muslim community I want you to call in for the next 5 minutes say anamo President Mahama to no say na moje no edifa 0599 922 922 0599 922 922 and 0302 3034 9020. I want to take and I'm picking a course by 5 on this particular topic. Hatch reduction, no. We are Muslim in Afre, we are Christian, own come can query eti memfre. Eti nature say near tier and no. Yanko yanim na mempeke me call about dikai. Eti Mr. Winimra for mammy. Yanko near 5 calls. I want to me, but I told you never work free.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Abu Bibi Abokodi.
Bibi Aboko.
Yanko Yansha Hatch, and I'm more present Mama too.
And one I may call on. Because when I met Yakati and Yanamote, Mamu Henry for your Muslim. Muslim for my year, Jumano. Once of the promise about what you know. On no, you for. What Robert Media was for? I'm on Media Moabato. Captain, I couldn't even know many Papa could not. It's not my head. No,
okay, Meso Medase, but join you.
Ransford.
Iko.
Right.
Iko, no, why are sorry we Why are sorry we are now?
Sorry about the deal.
Yanko Hatch, President Mama, why not do the Yanko?
Ras, I mean, Shira, only Jumapa, Obama, Magana. Ras, we say, Assembly, Moody Baby Tijana, Namoka was some, and I mean, every day now, make it say, this are happening, and my many G. I'm a respect, is excellency the great John Dramani, Mama say, Ampa, or car, or yeah. Because, Ras, we say, 75,000 now a month and son of Marco Hajj, 80 million. So now, buses ways, you can say 62,000. The boy is excellency the great and Dramana Abaso because last when the amount to 80 so it's 18,000. When him be able to marry the Amoti and sign the Pakune for Hajj about the fee. Because when him say, before Hajj, the best yes and son about the back. That's when he says that he can when he says that he can a bit man you say you may here I'm the here come and up about the mammy and after papa and the pakuna or I did not go back. And he said now why yet the Muslims for your mission papa because you are not getting the same this is not happy. Because we say no matter person and no matter person say the man you be say na etinya bua na adi tu betimi akọ because we say point na is e dia ba na first amount for be 5 million bi na ekọ na dey akwati na kwa 1,000 ya ye bona about this amount for this year coming on ni na ekọ na amount for betimi akọ right na amount for betimi akọ the back of them fire asre bond feta training dam efiri nyankopon sem ti ye boy essentially the great and Dramani Mama about say we tima ye bi say ye dia ma Muslims for oh my God and that's me chirawo me djuma pa we dey go man Ghana me da say
okay menso me da say me ba chwa ni
Alex ni dansuma
Alex we Muslimi ni
Nenye Muslimi ndi ba mi no no Muslimi for
da bi unko bi me o ma mo fra
o be ye na fufu Ransford
aha
the credit say the mama or your best because Madam Finusa or Bakomeka now the mama yabani oh you teach my mama
We are bad. Odi nusa saga about Males. Oje Musremini. So what have nusa me come back. Imagine why here.
Hello.
Yes, our boss. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, boss. How are you?
I'm fine. Oh, why your name?
Alasan Siseni from Zenu Central.
Okay, let's hear you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Yababo is Excellency John Mama Abaso. Nyako Ponsrano. Waya dear. Sa skana otiseno.
Yes.
Before honorable free no. Na skana ya
75,000.
Dabi 2016.
Before 11,900.
11,900. Onna skana na was fire de koma kano. Wa yini nyina afiri so. Ana oyi akufa do de ni bi afiri so. Nti dia kai ya ye betu ai still no. Aya akufa do termodin odeba Muslims. What do you call it? Bomia. Jamama skana na yetua no. I say baby akufa do dia koduru die. Anu ya de. Ntumi me de na me de mamono. Ma ya afiri so. Sisi de ya battle 62 no. Akufa do ni what do you call it? Bomia nko ska. Omodo shwa Muslimi for ya kwa maka maka one of our pillars of Islam no omodo shwa ye me make say I'm a victim to that kind of increment intisiano no a release
omo deny o alaji shepana
omo deny me papa
I see
COVID ya term no me tatam no me 15,000 are you getting it preparing for him to go and a COVID near day is the year almost in Mancono. I say 2 years or 3 years before no left the ban no and I'm
yes
before left the ban no now caught 75 no balance and you can find away. Me over me area me a coordinator me you see this I campaign seriously at here I could you do call it MPP. Until for me alone with that alone taken out no I'm grateful. And I believe, say, the Akani Nano, you're obeying the pepe, obeying the pepe, yet the Nasi. Say, see, Obia, or dream Muslim for NDC and Don Mama. Bamia was going around insulting Ghanaians, insulting Muslims.
Okay.
All
right, me that's it. Nyami Shaw. Dabi, Uni Antimi, and so Obohana. Credit na kanisa so nti utai pekeno janso sa no ye le ba jwan ye hi good afternoon hello good afternoon hello boss okay I'm so near ready le ba jwan ye
the patron the great alliance
alliance se ado be alaji o
the great alliance the skilled bender engineer Uncle.
Okay, Domi for Yentiemo.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So, Omaya Konya, say Yankasa at Tingu. Yaka, that Tamaye campaign, Yakasa, and Yakamonibia, the Yakamonia, a bit my one Yanku Kamoni. Not man for engine D. Shaya Yankamo for Imponu, Yannick Christian for and Nanti Shabwa of a wife. Show Yanku Kamono to make sure no do. You can't President Alien campaign and no catch some Muslim for say. Shama Yebida and a better be Amma. Now, Mamma, not everything for Ekata, the number Bamian way, Muslim now of it, Mashamuson. But then bless for 75,000. Some the only Kamonio. Christian Obaya, Asa Abanachi 62,000. This I would say, Devon to Fuyana Mahama, President Missinasi, let me yet have you, let me reduce you. That hard say, Yadanas in the Ministry of Man and Quantina from the Ahondin Agini Yansa. Master not to boo or my way, my Medas in the Ministry.
Okay, but I say, a report to the Chimua, reduction Abano, Abayan and Mokawum. Aban moka ya nkofa o man sika nkohye mu say the tuamamo eti eno so another remarkable feature and so eda ho me ba join here. Hello, good afternoon. nipa na ofre na se was so dan mu so Moscow se o hin obefre bia na se obi kasa wona chi eti me promise yes me fa 5 ma me fa we say me wi a 5 no crap pound me ba chon ni.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah,
please.
Alaji Benny.
Please, I'm not a Muslim, but I just want to find out something. I'll be allowed.
No. Men deviate discussion. Oh, Bibia, obetimi number now friend na for message brand here. Me ba chon ni.
Champion K1.
Na
Alaji
Yahuza.
Dada.
Yeah, I can't. Yahuza Alaji. Yahuza only credit. Yahuza only credit. We Sabiga so credit asa. I can't 30 seconds on the friend. Yahuza, yes, only credit. Can't 30 seconds on the friend. Sabiga neka. La bi enyono di Yahuza we de kafra Alhaji Yahuza Eben wonya kramoni Eben
hello me
we are kramoni
ozi me kramoni
aha
na se me frama me nyan kramofo no
dabi wonya kramoni otuba no waba otuba ne afro eno ano no enye Yahuza yempeki se we Yahuza mama hade hello we hear TV yeah TV phone there near delay hello yes sir udini obi akasa free me pacho free TV set no why na call bedroom ho ni yankasa why okay or her TV or her program no TV so no person or 10 ho say or kasa o TV this one sana wa afraid to mti ye de besia no I think say we are done on the the hash fair reduction na bano and not just say I don't know President Mama reduce hatch fair no but 13,000
Unim say MPP for bibia umbidim the okay na mama dwena ba so say the call abako kai o say doma mate ne de na frim e na wasati ekufu ato de so kakra na che say ade no motiso a na be yi e ba ne sen nti bibia no MPP for umbedidim bibia afi omudidia ma omudia na ade na sana mu hweze nim gwase beba ene ye nton sa no mabra botie sa na MPP for abra botie
I see yanko yanim na yemfa hatch issues no nsia no na yanko yebehwe aye parliament so far appointment abaso honorable issues ekoso parliament KOCC meno kase yate committee a omudi hojumadi ye have president mama appointment no the take off no and a vetting committee or the appointments committee wo mo so jumadi omudi and issues are if you parliament about recently mamitio
yeah boache they said me kai medical kai no President Mama were focused pa because sebi you watch I say ubia ai wo waka when it da wa such say susun kro atwam a eno wa ma ona so sa na die wa hu say Ghana for no udi omo agro ebidiwu enti eniema wo ye bia hu se sisi a wa meticulous ade bia wo ye bia odisisi point. Here the appointment of the finance minister. I'm so no need can boni ding.
No me 3.
O me 3. But me fa say me ka say minister di kan boni ding. Eye atu forcing. O hwe atu forcing. why deputy minister finance da and yeba opposition no so no onwa akasa ho wo finance achechre niema tema eka emne yen omo start is omo boka gu ye ho no nyina no ono na no wo ka ehho asem so uhwe na we are blessed with time niema akoso ni pasa no wo appoint na onimadwuma na okwakoye no efise onim niema krono ene ketasehya ekoso se finance ministry ho no aye nyane ntiye kura se aye obi odidi finance minister ki kura se ne kura no niema oyeye no ani sika ekodi ni nsem no but nyina no ye beba ho ena uba attorney general so a we experience a friend is a lawyer or a senior lawyer si ya mugu parliament ye we fans on kire o made honorable Dominic Ayene doctor utimi se onim dia wo ye ono so waye deputy minister attorney general da enti appointment ni nyina no won se si yi finance minister government be ko agreement ni ade enti yes ye experience person ono so obehwe agreement ni mu ni ade because ekoba ni se yadika bebre dodo enti finance ministry no minister na abono homodin e ma yeka no ya negotiate ka no MCB kra ye de acheyen enti ni nyina no e wo se ye wo attorney general ne ni da ho ni attorney general o fa obi akeke no de ne court obra oni nyina so obi a enti no ayene Dr. Ayene aye GM chusu no oye nipa ne ni da ho ni oni memra oye mra nimni enti nipa sa no MC yeyi no ye bo ni din so obi anka ho hwe uba aye a energy a John JJ JJ so experience a onye free a deputy minister no kodi no power na power on okonye free ho no eno na ogina so de ye parliamentary work no nti utumi say appointment ni nyina no wano first three no obi ani ho a onya anwasem ekan ne mpo no kura de to kura mo na aka anwasem yemfa St. George oko friend is communications ohwe sibia na MPP fo na mini no oma building no dozia em say jama friend is airtight ma ankomodi ebre no questions no mo ye ni nyina no utim say some are irrelevant se ko bi san say me ye den nya sikere dua mi school fees na say me go school ashase no wan na hwe me what does he ena nipa no waye MP pen nyisa afi ya no abe MP waye MP pen obo bra kakra nti school fees won't mean to ya eniema unkamo beka no eniema okọ ministry ho a obeye na na ye expect say Ghana fo nyina susu say enke be say bisado but I say me ne wasem nti me ma ho akere o pa but nipa no o se say di bie no ye di aman di bre na di aman o se fata no because why you ho adwuma oni mu ndim de no ye ranking communications and he did it to perfection nti nipa no ye de adedema na ono so ne de ne ye mra okudje to so me yini mako boache ne ye hu caliber of people young men GM any omu ebu oman sisi okudje to de he scratch a niche for himself say ye den even in the fields of you know no kwache sa Oslo chancery ono koye onye armchair research wanka say matise ono ka say tuanamon osomai emeye koy ekohwehwe bibia ukai say tema Ukraine for students no ebedi you know Russia was saying or to an amount of Russia, Sanko, said the nearby country, and I've forgotten the countries. Eko hoku share students, no, a plight, a by Parliament, a year case on it. Say Ghana for no yempe baby. I would the omo ya don't be fee or share, emmy don't be fee. Just say, Aquana wadre, wadre or yim, foreign affairs, enti ono so ni post na dia manu enu anu no poache omo ayeyi omo banyina no se nipa ne betrase a ne the kind of questions are on answer na say president mama onimde ene wayi nimde for a mbaboa no ne o maye adwuma enti there's no doubt about the appointment no ohwemu a omo bechiri say chiri no appointee and run a list be out for deputy ministers and so if you mukra na ebinu mukra to me because I he say we senior watch what the deputy minister you say water resources water resources
that works and housing
water and what BBB water and sanitation nebom what ona no ye deputy minister and do him say also can experience in but ni nyina no eye ekodibia enwam so edibi nti onu say onso a very experienced person na the minima na mini parliamentary oba hobi ampem da kon Ministry of Finance.
Okay, as German.
But
on the Okoyanza Oba.
Oh no ba the 7th Parliament.
The 8th Parliament.
7th Parliament.
Oh, okay.
8th Parliament no movie into 9th Parliament now you say.
Yeah, 9th Parliament.
Me na me was 6th Parliament.
Oh, okay.
Enti ono no say me share that name capabilities in the fields of finance. And now we hear a yinum Governmental Park. He's been a spokesperson, deputy ranking on education. Near there, on also a teacher by profession. So and yet your friend saying square pegs in a round hole. Square peg to square hole. And Tinina pepe. What is it? Into the experience and a year and conform one and away from near the among positions. Na boache ene parliamentary ya ye bibia ho because we the appointment committee no e si wo ho a ye nim guase e de mayen because yen ye mre so no sa de we ansi kamia koye se koye agrodi ukeka minority leader say emre biako obi gree obi 3 hours or 4 hours inti ese also gree obi obebi sa ho se sa mre no ene sa mre ya yewo mi etisa na emre bia ne de ewo se esie ene de adwuma ese wo ye utum se questions na obi sa ne bi wo ho a emfa kwemu Inti one can say what now? What you should one the longest you say Sam George, Nay 5 hours plus.
Yeah, so far the
Okuja to be 5 hours.
Yeah. Sam George did 5 hours.
What the 5 hours? 10 minutes.
Okuja to do 6 hours in a crack. Okuja to almost start Okuja to before 1. Okuja 6 to 7 more.
Yes, look at this. A dear reason. A dear kwana obisano. Nti when you make this time useless, what does it? What time na the amount say for bisa question? Would you bisa unnecessary things? Video bia. Oh say omu yi video no. Sam George de no mu yi video no last video no mu yi no man stop here because na eho na declaration no ya ye ama NDC candidate no nti se na wo hwe ade na o stop here eho no mo stop here sa video no nti utim se niema no yi ma it was irrelevant to questions or SNK obebisa what does it nti o ma yo ma dwene say and I heard from one of them say NDC for no omo ha ya dwene pa nti yenso be ha o ma dwene say you there ba na mbotimi aye it will be workouts no mo ye kra I said what to a phone abo osonata so she is you because we have the numbers and we are going to prove that we have the numbers. They should come to the realization, say, we are member of parliament. You don't talk anyhow. But obia on tezuko wona numu. But ye jai eti fita because asomdwe ene yehwehwe. Enura na me hwe video bi. Ano don pre me nim bia na ogina de. As a member of parliament. Ono ne fourth term no wo because me yeah me na call 2013.
Okay.
Me okuje to mutala no do enti wo experience kakra na wo san ye whip chief whip enti unye bibia o transit bia na isa wo ye okogina ba bi se say MPP ni ukoto say MPP ni na MPP fo ene NDC ni ko a na wo ye NDC ni NPP ni mapan ko boa MPP ni na mo NDC ni no mo timi ye kasi ye bromo a mbotimi ye kasi ye bomo ne MPP fo mo stand we ashasi no musuru nanka yenim sese no mbaye da nke ye bo mo preko because sebi ensemu omo ma a member of parliament enim ye atwitwi from because you see no they are not on prayer no wa ma enkofo nya gidie we no ye MP we no ye sei nti ye say beduakro esai beduasa what does ye enkatie owe enkatie bebre na de anya ne befem o prugu sana ajisi ano ye but speaker thankfully speaker ma omso wa ye a statement bi afa ho say this time there ordinary 9 abc form no the 9 form ma speaker so there ono no ka say ya sana obeye because I know him na sa sabi silly utterances no omunyai say your committee so na say clerk na bibia there are a lot of channels about me with the grievances ako anafa na wujina ho na to mane clerk a clerk of parliament committee na to mane no oyoba ubonu hu wani eki kan semani se o kanchire no
she was serving for 19 good years our parliament and then
Ubatuno parliament because there is a minority leader ntino ubetumi aye bibia you can't sa I chop no you know wa mama me no Craig according to mama no testimony on my no or say afi ni kunu of friend ni kunu friend say on free parliament on free premises on onko then eso kokombo jetro amane na o free ho eko enti she did that we hunu ano enti enye ano keke na esa wo de pan o de jan say sorry was a leader no kra no ye punish no minority leader no as a speaker e punish no
afenyo wake no
as ye punish no because who your minority leader and who say who kwan say wotumi ye nka ma nkofo ni bi nye na yensin konwa na wapa che mpo aman na wo mom na wo ye na wo reni abuse oba no so oyendisi ni all this one don't unim so oyendi afi na ene na oyendisi ni one protest say wo mpe no committee ni so nko metumi atisa no si ti wasema die nti na wo se samre na obeche omo ho akire omo enti they want to be heard but one hwe in the coming days on beyira enti I say pre kuku ema o my relevant kike hwe ni won betumi aye ehunu na bia ni won betumi aye ba mo ntwen no munim speaker beye na de no ono ka ti sei eno anu gusu oye on fiu onimu a ka mo power kra no o kire mo abibasi ye o kire mo de kakra bi atiwa experience by kakra o kire mo de kakra bi di o kire mo no ama mo ntimi anri ntimi amfa budget kra ma afi o mo de share say ye ne na o mama ye ne na ye na ye ntimi anri di budget untumi oni ama o se o ka shire nye mo ne ye na mo ye sisi ano wache me friend is saying I'm not on pray. We are a very young man. Yamin chadum. Yamin chadi sisiano. Say ulusu you na kwambe na fa so di nya usiti. Mine na nka meka manu atum na maye adwuma ese se me nkofo be retain me ana se meye den. Sa na eso mu ye. Na afenyo de yenso ye ka kire no free central region. Ye ka kire no. Sa ayina okswa nkofo eba every baby be register near dey no. It ends here.
Or the Crawford conference in one
register free baby. The piano transfer say mo ye ni nyina no or transfer transfer ni nyina so free a friend is saying electoral commission. Until when the electoral commission is sanitized, any a friend is saying electoral reforms kakra eba ye be hwe bebia ni na no be gina ewo futuo so wato efutua ye be hwe.
All right, yankuyenim na yamra sisia.
Are you ready? Come wine, dine. Gianni Panina Fee, your Mebe Restaurant and 2 a.m. sounds. Mebe Restaurant in Kwane at Dibia wa Ghana, what Ghana customers home, as someone sompa. Ghana and Yani Biara Ubenya, what Mebe Restaurant and 2 a.m. sounds. A bunny fufone Ghana and Kwane and Biara, jollof rice, plain rice, bankuni tilapia, na ebano and piscine palavasosa. Oh, ube di aleke wonza, enunti, sawe ye, wojawadi, anasa wotu pro afre adofo. Fishe Mebe Restaurant and 2 a.m. sounds. Extra kind. You will Nungwa C5 Junction. Nothing so no. Nungwa Latter-day Saint. Nautica Road. Opposite Princess House. Ehwano. Ye day and night. Monday to Sunday. Na mum shanen so. Ese kwese da no pane ewia aduane ni ho. Na efi enwumre no num eye 5 p.m. no. Enuane mu assaulto. From Mebe Restaurant and 2 a.m. sounds. It was 0244 052 012 and 0272 725 309. Mebe Restaurant and 2 a.m. sounds. Enyane penyina fieni ho.
Miato mi do to anya to ya Chicago club road ye ya do amanchinya goglo plonya to fi to twi manyo apasa manyo apasa do badu ya ta mi do to.
Fellow Ghanaians and citizens of Omofia, Radio Gold is back. Aso is Kokosa reporting. Aso is on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays at 5:30 p.m. and it is the same objective, no nonsense commentary on pertinent religious, socio-political, economic, sports issues. So be my guest Yes, I'll bring your advertisements too, even if they send the tax report to come audit you suddenly. Because you get your results. My name is Efo Daoubida Kosivi Kosikokosa Achka Akofusi, and I invite you to make a date. It's on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 5:30 p.m. See you. Ever!
Looking for a perfect spot to unwind, dine, and vibe? It's all happening at Only Vatwist Shack.
From the best jollof to juicy burgers, savory seafoods to mouth-watering pizzas, we've got flavors that hit all the right notes.
With our weekends, they are unforgettable. Karaoke Fridays with Nibaro and DJ Freddy, Mellow DJ vibes on Saturdays, and soulful live music with coffee pages every Sunday.
Whether you are dining in, taking out, or ordering delivery, Oliver Twist Shack is here to serve you the best at unbeatable value.
It's more than just food. It's an experience where taste meets fun.
Oliver Twist Shack, your weekend starts here and every bite tells a story.
Oliver Twist Shack. Ask for more.
Excellent. You go put me for emergency. Shorty, excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
Do you know what listeners like about our station? It's everything.
I like everything. I love Radio Gold 90.5. I love Radio Gold 90.5. Love Radio Gold 90.5.
Do you know what listeners like about our station? It's everything.
I like everything. I love Radio Gold 90.5. I love Radio Gold 90.5.
Oba Naranzua Primary School ewa Boko Hase. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enya 265. Ena Dr. Mahmoud Baumia wanonya 0. Ena rejected ballot eye 3.
Okay, Naranzura yate some power mo. I want to present us I don't put it. I want to put it. Okay, Radmef College of Linguistics Studies na Efre Radmef say and they what 12 months and they see what the amount German language ubesua we are okwakoto audisua so ewo Germany na ofiga na ko Germany no na etiene say adwuma da ho de ma wa wo school 3 years ni nyina no na wo ye adwuma course so no bi eye German language health aye care foundation teacher say usua German kasa no na eba no pomode ho nsemo a o san je ho tetia kan wo se emfa ne course bia and our program SHS oko ready and I say oko say we home economics visual art student science J art and other programs no business virtual qualify into kai nation and so computer skills French and English communication skills into Wayne AM Radmef wamo ena efreno ti ade ebema wo yaji watum prekope ne ama admission se ukita SHS certificate wasi certificate no ese utiminya bi registration fee no aye 250 Ghana cedis hostel for 12 months aye 2,500 German lessons no mesewada $1,000 a year dollars and you will be 30% by April 20 na de akano your installment a year plan or on more ye de ebema wo etika nation so application deadline no 20th February 2025 visit yen office ɛwɔ Fienya Tollbooth Sheffling Station no ɛhɔ pɛ Dr. Amegbo Dela friend number no 0200 848431 0200 848431 and 0555 343144. Yes, Sodia, Epacho of a key, and a better Sinodia Gromere Abba. Mega cash, lucky box, Ebekoso Honum, was see win big, win large on Agro Drive. In Tibra, Wapon Awukufi, after 4 p.m. drive, Beba, Bra di traffic light, Moa Oya Chocho, no, Mr. Wada, Ubenyan Faso Bra, Uti Gold, a yet Power Drive, Agrono, inti. Not just anyone say Agro Drive, no. Yes, Agro Drive, no. On Gold 90.5 FM, no. Obedi Sika and Sanwa Dufi. Obeti me a winning up to 500,000. Inti Kai Nation and so. FM Solak Natural Clinic. Solak Natural Clinic. Hanum. Solak say about fertility problems, chronic white, Sansuna Gono, sciatica, waist pains, joint pains, knee pains. Solak Akachi na abeko. Poor sight, menstrual pains, oko sulak akachi, nerve pains, so yeah, lab test, prostate scan, and a fibroid scan. You chat ni na BMI, yeah, sansuna massaging, near ubeda kunyum, near the ultimate, be ye, and a oil dear na opa on sabitimi aka, and any form of massaging, no, sulak for ebeko moa, yawo and crying, kokomilimli, yawo and crying, kokomilimli. Harvard Senior High School, Yanono Bay, Oko Kaswa Central Regional, Old Market Wadum, second bus stop on Sabekain, 0553 932631, 0553 932631. Mr. Kill, product bakwa, Kulum Forso, Edia Bar, woman ye eche, Mr. Kill, member drew, Unyabia, ebe boy ye papa. Na bibianso atimi akonkan kama ede amount enti kai nation so Mr. Kill say o energy level e form o immune system on nei sebio akofom ti yade bi atabo bobo rough eno an say Mr. Kill we pebianom na bibia atimi akonkan ye ka Mr. Kill na ye ka about your physical fitness enti kai nation so 0244 139 176 0244 139 176. Omadama can be air boy. Yeri Jumadin air bro. Report Chimwa Democracy Hub. Say Oliver Bakavomawo. 101 year in the group. Mekai Ama governor. One more demonstrating against the hardship and kosu krumha. Intimidation and also under the leadership of Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo na almost 7 kopie court. Reports to the Attorney General was so nibere near daje for sans and some so be the into a discontinued case no. Say state no any interest bia or protester yenu koye ya Akufo-Addo abaye kwache homo a the issues do na ebaye no. Inti na chese near etie ene no. And then on the 7th, white paper about quad drop it. Now, white paper and they drop it and send me bring home. Production team, white paper we are dropping no. Catch him say President Mahama appointee acting Director General for Ghana Ports and Harbour Authority. The production team, Mojanam confirm it. This appointment from the room honum, yes. But the dear was near Brigadier General Paul Seidu. Tanye. And one no. Okay. Brigadier General Paul Seidu. Tanye. Kulonu. Yes. One no, and a President Mama appointing as acting director general at the Ghana Ports. Tigapuha no said one no Gapuha Juana she said all quality Port and Harbour Authority. Nti brigadier and so an appointment one it is confirmed from the presidency. Obey retired but let know Cherry Biasa dear.
Acting Director General of the Ghana Ports and Harbour Authority.
Yeah, Ebiana and appointment bakwa atonu Brigadier Paul Square, okay, distinguished military officer and legal professional, currently serving as a deputy commander of the National College of Defense.
Okay, so you're active.
Yeah.
Active.
Yeah, Obama camp. Yes, Obama camp until you're active. And our port to them
active service.
A soldier for we dear women now corner or address Ukochu container for more. So now cover me. That just said a soldier for so at your mohesim. Yeah, discipline about top port to
discipline because na me call hache mrantie bi no mu no omo de ho de sa mrantie bi no but you port na say pie no kra no another checkpoint be 4 or 5
and all no
and I say famu
your party checkpoint
and your presidency what is mrantie bi a omu yi eniema free you know no omo sisan wo tie wheels no no mo sisan no mo de ebi different hyehyɛ no mo wie ankofo niema wonu mina akoso wo akufo adomre so anti me sure say onim de onim president nim de onim it no appoint soja ni so omra osan ye mre ni muni
yeah
anti waje me na me kan onim de onim anti there should be the discipline or port minim the petty or takrade but temade the indiscipline
too much wrong
because paperless so say cashless so say D omo ye ni nyina no so what na kwan won say me say akufo ado ne ba omia ne MPP for no omo nya de bia in a vacuum bibi ombe ye bia no de be ma omo sika anya omo nya mpaso pudio na omo ye nti de be fa omo kwan mu bia no na omo ye nti atodwa sade no I say ye yini 11
ti GPHA GPHA and so nya new director general
SIC na mo boss oko officer ya mane nko nti o he say
obane so agem
ave we agem
wako case no wako case hit never na no day
dabi o
yeah one shareholder bi kura be ka say ebrom the lady in ba ho no o trokoma institution is they should sack the lady no ntiminya adwuma no so
na say
no ntiminya adwuma
wache okay SIC adwuma nyina ya jama enterprise okay kan yeso obenya asem
yeah
it's true say any enterprise na ye aban insurance bi ama no say aban insurance no nanka SIC state owned no enanka ye na say omunye sika because sika mu oye agreement na ye insurance wo ho bibia aban vehicles aban bibia no esenka state insurance na ye but ni nyina no ye hu bebia ekoye so atazie ye hu bebia ekoye na me nye sure say edaso guso eye nka with immediate effect no in case it may terminate that a contract eko individual a company ho dan say be ma aban yase wo keka obenya amane be yiwadi nti nkofo ntimi nka ana yetena ho ena obi adwuma eyeye ena Ghana adwuma no ekofom with all this no ye hu sika nso a na maami odie because won so ntumi anye aban adwuma na ma aban And now ye dear company for yet yetuawoka. Na adwuma na wote wo ye no. Enti da the shareholder no ka asem no. No nim de wo ka.
Yeah. Also no I'm going to get bounds will get ready on to me more. To no throw petition against her nomination.
But Akufo-Addo no wan say ko akotwere Akufo-Addo the nominee. Ko wan petition obepre. Wan hwe a wo kra mpo e kra be fa so obegu business na wo de be kasa de kra no. Wo de begu because e biasi.
Na na do bi aba so mpe no.
Hey, wo bu nanim tia. Oye na now. Nti na sem o kan bia no e final.
Na na oni kunyo dem.
O ko so o kwa no so na
kunyo kunyo dai.
Dabi na kunyo na V8 mu. O kwa no so na de. Na wan hwe ya hwe a sisi amponkofo we ewre ye afi no. Wan hwe ya nko obi amponkai ne be kakra obi ankai ne bi.
Ye hwe ngoma suan kakra. Na for discussion mra. Na senka aya Adelo ma join but wantimi ama honorable capable nti problem be no honorable yes share education so far President Mahama appointee 8-member committee the education minister honorable Haruna Idrisu was sworn into their offices say almost 30 years Jumani dikan yababe holistic review of the education sector from kindergarten to tertiary yeah I'm home produce document about national plan for our education and conquest and NDC ba no change watchana MPP ba no change e follow how our name is fati nti provided that platform no for stakeholders to participate in that forum said you take a decision it is going to live with us for a very long time I conquer ba say na menka ho be a political even though idea but devoid of politics. We MPP ni now is we education is na o betimi aboa for such reforms say na review na say to me Edward Ntreba. Ya hwe aboa beboa but more central former pro vice chancellor R.K.B.
George
yeah
Katie
Odro Professor Odro and ODNM the need for this forum.
Boakye me da sibiem we no timely sa committee ya odesi we some medical ka say President Mahama a set time frame be for himself and his government say wa man ho 120 days me boy or the be job or enumerate ni mana or the be 120 days ni nyina or the be ebi ne de ye di ho nkomo yi me kai se emre bi a atwam na ye ka se bebia education ekono enye de enkwala efem e school krom no especially SHS no enye ye ka say ye ba ye be reforms ewum ye be fa stakeholders ye nuanom say hey President Mahama so ba obetwa free SHS mu MPP for enkofo bi a buapayo omo de pa na ni da ho pa de we ye white obeka say blue na kwa obefa susu a obeka mankofo agya tum say ye blue no obeka enti enkwalaya omu oho sisi yi video amedika kan ho asemi a kire say Mahama oba ontwa ayim no ontwa mu so ampa Boakye unim say na school for amakwan
yeah enkwara number fie
omo so be 3 months
yes so be 3 months yeah for more for no
omo ko da ben December u ka say December bi mu no ko omo breaking susu ba bronya ndi na say no madi no school afi na January ende o school December January ende afi na che February ase ndi akwa
March April
ndi akwa no amakaya school
obeko school me
hwe nipa President Mama Palm. Honorable Haruna. I do matum so munye jumano. Omunye nkwala. Mene Professor Odro aye juma or party levels. Che say papa no ni nim die nyina echi no bwaje se obato se yete ho ni ye bon komosre a unka se we na ye vice chancellor o UCC no o wa hombrase a ode obeti wasem enti mi hu de nipo hu sa nipa no o fan so meye ba no dani e masa abejokuo no na I have no doubt say ombe ye adwuma pa watching school asay you school na ye ne ku bi no enye na wo sisi ye ntia na nka omo smogre ayi LGBTQ de ben semsem e de abehye ayim curriculum bibia na bibia me fie wo asen a confident school be me ndi se mani nka me continent teacher for no aduane ankwala no po edie ye se ayi sa school feeding no for primary school no aduane ankwala ni die no boache edumre bi woman no the time of pebia na obeye enti education no
sha ayi TVET say no mo hihye mu say TVET school no senior secondary mo hihye mu say aban provide hot meal once a day enya juma
dabi boache sikana omo ye no sikana ye niema emfata wo akufu adomre so no ne sikana ye niema emfata. Let me come back. Sisiano hwe keji uko baby a edan na yesi sufufro 6 unit classroom di ama school no edan dada na nke ebuagu nkofo so no eho ne yedi keji no eko enkwala se dane tiegu fo ma na se ebua omunya nan po no madwane no eho momu ne yedi omuko enti se reform na eba no me ye sure say stakeholders ni nyina ye from ye fra wofo won ekufa do bae no o si PTA de bia ho a omo so school asene no PTA no otwamu onim sa
yeah
nti aban ni teacher for na de right away so gina wa na aban the instructions e beba no na wo ye
omo ye the parent association omo ye teacher for film
omo ye
PA
na PA no kura no woni hwan headmaster keka kire omo say ya kwala no aduane nso omo nti nka parents ni support yen yeso o sabotage aban no ni policy ebe yiwadi wonim say schools bit say at this school normally I no more pay all students no my headmasters
okay
ye ekufodu yi omo headmaster bi edi pa mienu mantiasie somewhere 2018 2019 mo at this school obi a okwa at this school bia na onim at this school something bia no on ye on control the American so adena they weren't MPP enough. Oh, we are all students.
All students for
all students are outside headmaster.
MPP suni nini mu yi.
Adena wakoka say baby edu no. Open school ni ye no parents ne mmoa na enkwara ne feeding ni ade. Nti sankofo no ekọ obi de ba ko de ma na kotena fia yenim minim so okọ pension po so den na to no enti ema school no eto ye to school agegemu nti school a che say only capacity bia no che say enye na imagine say ye ka say nkwala yi akọ school no abefi when he hears some reforms na your mama no president mama o preach no say what's your tenancy who say your manifesto no you can say you be include private schools no all good standing ama mutumi absorb nkwala na numbers no bi na aban schools no so ay free na ban sa na de ko aban school no so no ye de ama the same nkwala ni ntira ye de sasika na feeding ni ade ni nyina no ama sa private school no ni ya hwe nkwala ni yie sa no school for makwan a yenim say school for makwan match ba ayi no mu nyina makwan pepepe no maba ye bie school yenim say school for nyina e woden e wo school enne school ni a so school ni because ebinum school no na ebinum so e wo fie unim se eniema bone eniema ekoso ni nyina nkwala hwehwe nyina fise omunya adaje betre fie more because imagine say akwara betre fie 3 months normally you call school that day you call term term no enye semester no you kwa June you makwa June July na say you school September enti ehon na 3 months na udi be fia na say obekọ na umu atwakra na we ko na we aba anhwa me ekame say me mini school me ko school no mu bi but ekame ko ye say em say wa hwa wo ni obi wo school kra wo hu mate hu say mini we ko school ba ko
ade say bia de on enter class pe
de on enter class pe
enti o classmate de obi hu ba school mate
wache de ne won wan say I say obi a ode akukọ aburo na akroma etwansuo untimi mfa ho mi ense nyina etwansuo no enti yesi oja akroma wa akiri na ode akukọ na aburo edikan ko na oba waja aburo ho na ode akukọ da ba no be fa obeja akukọ no afa akroma na ko because akroma nwe sa na de na ko ye traffic light basa if you say omuko school na form 3 for ho no na form 1 for abeka ndi form 2 for no form 1 for na abani ni form 2 for no so form 3 for no kwa na wonum so aba school na ye basa sebi nanado owie na mamboy so okọ oni kroma oni nanane ne manum nyina puo omu nyina akọ omo London ejo ye de ombeye enti de ne ye ka no app fo na no magiro mo ho din na na game baba say school obabe ye free SHS no obabe ye free wo ene ne ma no na omu ye mu na ne ye ka kiro mo because we ba don't you fan call London school ni bi we na don't you fan call London school ni bi what I say even the UK primary schools na wo ho no St Michael no ne ma na o kro de ne ade don't you fan man nko bi what ye ya enti ye ka ni ye ya na what wo ma politics ya kata wani because the OTN MPP na nado na difference e chesaba eno ano no
Antifi bi wanka ho.
Dabi e wo se ye ni yie na aboa ono MPP ni no. What I say? Enti reforms dey eba no. Ye enu bi ni ye ba be ye mankwala ni nyina akọ school preku. No mama kwan dako no mu nyina ba fie. Ni yehu se school benanie e na fie tramrenie. Na nyese obi kọ no obi ba no obi kọ no obi ba. Sisi ai e kame akoye se adisua ekura akofom pa because you see no free SHS na mo kan say e free na nado ayi ni free ni ade no boache me ba ko bi o be ma na odi kan ko ye no ono no the last school fees e metu aye na ye 550 at this school
I see
na boarding fee ene ye metu aye o dia me se me yes ye free na me kon me to bibia including a hundred school no koy no and there omo approve almost support feeding support Ntina parents ni etua.
Under free no
ni etua. Wesley girls na making. Na wutua. Eno kura na yesi ye free no. Na metua sa 500 no. Ane 300 ni ade. It depende you know. Enti yamma enkwala na aduane anu mudi so. Especially SHS no. Edrume bia na aduane ne nye. Na wankasa awofo no wo so aduane na de bia o de akoma wo ba na wadi e wo school. Wa wo hwa ni papa mu no. Inti ade na ye President Mama Asset Committee e ba be ye. Ye nyina e betena se e kwan ben so ana ye fa e be boa sa education na akofom no. E kwan ben so na ye betumi ama ye syllabus no edintim. Ti said ye first no po ebinum ko form 4 omu wie form 4 stand 7 middle school na utumi so e crach ni mapa o Socrates mu o twra utumi se o twro brofo papa to sa reforms no and ye pese eye mi nka se enkwala no aba na abon but for a whole government Ministry of Education akoto pasco se nkwala nsua na eno na beba no udi mo no musua na omukọ na amba no nya ho nkire ye fa nkire enti na man nkwala ne ba out be di president atem
Aponanto
Boakye yeti yi da bena ye ko school a adia uye lakia ube hu eye examiners report na se teacher ni no ebetumi a chekire mu a of a question ba kwa no wa tell sibi a yesi yans and one but say for a whole government say obekwa koto past questions ya parliament say akola nkosu na mbe free mu aba no
past questions say ni aye the booklet approach series ne omo akaka kiula no mu ne wi ne ye parents na net omaye
Anyway, supplementary say one kasa na okoyo ni yemfa ma wo say school ni nyina ya chicha ma candidates the whole Ghana
you see almost 16 million Ghana citizens in the photocopy across board.
Why should this be?
You happy for about yes sorry not for killing to us.
Boakye the American say nkofo no abedi yenya but emra so say e wo say ye nyina no ye ba bankrum na yetumi ehihye na education no enko nanim sisi a wo so ma ye free West Africa Examination Council sisi a Ghana for yes ye enko na ye nti ye certificate de be coin emra so say nyina ye kan hommom na me ka kire ma awofo na o ma ye o motibo nkoso MPP fo no ye ka se reform a eno nkire se ye ba betwa free SHS but ye ba be hye mukina na bibia be na Boakye minim se committee ni so ya set no ni podano no obema bibia ye minimum no na minine na hoden so obetumi aye ma bibia so aye.
All right. Honorable Samuel Ambre, former member of parliament for Asin North constituency Nenka Enamoti and FM Ransford Boakye Sedan Coma production team no Elvis Sebiga Patrick Asford Boedu and Prince Brakon R.K.B. Asin North for ne asin for soon in the potemu na church munina ya church will be a Masanchi am Rich FM 4 yes Kwame Ajofo and opai muzana Kwame Dwom sa asemi dika Kwame no bar before 6 a.m. Yeah, Kwame or no 5:30 no jegum not what beautiful lines. And Kwame mecha nano pa me home. See me chacha munina Kevin Kobedu Tila boss I salute you. Yene money goes team nyane chacha munina. Ye ko the weekend. Nyame ehwe bibia so. Mo ambetu kwa nyame mom ho ban. Mo ambeka mususu no. Nyame mo bia ho ban Monday yebesanchi Alpha K takes over your radio or the agromre and ba mega cash lucky box no ebeto hanum tea per cash go the weekend no yakramo.
Do you know what listeners like about our station? It's everything.
I like everything. I love Radio Gold 90.5.
O jam no. Nancy dia wo jiwani. As a confidence level so as a kosropa.
I was a manager. If it's my friend Mr. Kill, I a bearman kasa.
Wa fa meme draw Mr. Kill. I a bear memua. Enya fe na wo be ye hu debate.
Tell him.
Hey, now I don't know if World Cup, sir.
That's all moi. Mr. Kill, ya my friend. My memoir. Case closed.
Miss me person me Berman Casa. Enti, no Mr. Kill ni buanyato.
Mr. Kill, our pharmacies, herba, and over-the-counter medicine shops. Dudua, Kokunlun Ghana Limited, East Legon, a Champion Junction. For 0244 139 176 and 0204 139 176. A member what do you feel doing what trade cronkwa and a firm Mr. Kill.
FDA aji ejedi nkra to yatum.
Imagine say water wake up at dawn. You know buff, you know chop. Where it vanish for your area for 2 weeks. You not get one drop safe inside your tank.
Hey.
Hajia, our life was in dangerous. Only our neighbor get water with water tank.
Water tank?
Yes, water tank. Mamma mia, that water tank get meter for checking water level. That water tank be fine past Kumasi Selendion. That water tank be tough like Ghana Army. That water tank, they carry water pepe. So say some no go left inside the supply tank. What a tank! That's my boss, Mr. Poncho go talk.
Beautiful, durable, with water level indicator and accurate volume of water. Water tank. What a tank! By Duraplast.
Are you looking for an institution of higher learning to unlock your potentials? Look no further than Valley View University, Ghana's premier chartered private university. Valley View University offers